Hello and happy August to you. We're back. I'm back from the lake. I caught a bunch of vibes and no fish. That's it. Oh. Zeke, why are you so freaked out? Zeke, you look concerned. I'm very concerned for you. You gave me the concern. Okay, never mind. We got the, Zeke's not concerned. We got the head.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
No, I did the dumb thing where I had the stream open.
Oh, so you got a little echo. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. We've only been doing this for 10 years or anything, so it's, you know. It's
Shut up.
Ko, I thought you were supposed to be blonde by now. I'm upset.
I am. Me too. I've actually gone through 4 different salons now.
What?
Apparently bleaching a beard is a thing. Dyeing a beard is not so much of a thing. But bleaching a beard is a bit of a thing. Like, a lot of places are not super excited to do that because it's more abrasive and it's right next to where you breathe. So that's like, you know, yeah. So what I found, like,
this is something I have experience with because of the Hulk Hogan thing that I did years ago. It burns like a motherfucker.
Oh, I used to bleach my hair all the time when I was a kid. So I'm fine with a burn. I get that. The issue, though, what I did not know is that a lot of people, salons just won't do it because it's risky. So, like, you can get burned. There are chemical issues. So they're like I talked to multiple salons where the person talking would be like, oh, let me find the guy that might do that. And then I talked to them and almost all of them were like, oh, either they'd say one of 2 things. Oh, I've never done a beard, or, oh, I haven't done a beard in a long time. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I was like, man, okay. So here's the thing though. I haven't announced this yet.
Oh, a show exclusive.
I was at a local grocery store. I go to my local grocery store all the time to shop and stuff. And I get noticed there every so often.
Okay.
And I'm glad I got a message last night from one of those people that had noticed me at the place I go to, which is called Wegmans on the East Coast here in the United States. And they said, like, hey, Ko, I heard you on stream. I have a friend. I asked them, they will do it for you. So I got a phone number, and I'm not going to call them on Sunday because I feel like that wouldn't be great. But I'm going to contact them.
Get them on the phone right now.
I'm going to contact them on Monday, and I'm gonna set up everything and hopefully finally get this done. So that is the current plan. I was not expecting this level of pushback. I thought I could just call a place and get it done, but no, it's been like a solid 3 weeks, and like probably total 10 places. You know, 6 of them were maybes, and then
did you try to like slide 100 across the table and be like, hey, come on?
I definitely mentioned a couple times. So is there anything we could do here? Is there anything we could work out? Like maybe a special case? Like I definitely asked that a couple times. And one of the people like legit just straight up said, "No, man, not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk." Like no, like.
Well, now I'm nervous for you. Please don't die.
No, it's not a dying thing. Beard. It's not a dying thing.
Well, it is a dying thing. He said the most common beard. Don't die.
That's true. Okay, fair. No, I'm going to die, but not. You know what I mean? Anyway, so, but no, he straight up told me, he's like, the beard hair is a lot thicker than normal hair. And the way that bleach works is you have to keep it on so it works. And the longer you keep it on, the higher chance it will actually chemically burn your skin. So when you bleach your beard, you're playing this game where it's like, how much pain can you take versus how much body is your damage, how much damage is your body actually taking versus how much bleach is your beard actually getting. And it's like you have to like balance all those levels and not let any of them get out of whack. It's a lot more complicated than I thought.
Now,
yeah,
I have a question, but I don't think that the 3 of us are suited.
For the record, I have burned my scalp chemically bleaching my hair when I was a young kid.
Okay.
So I know what it feels like, and it sucks.
What?
It's terrible.
You know what? We don't need to.
Let's say you got to. Go ahead. It's too late now. You're already in the thick of it, dude.
How can you bleach other parts of your body and that be okay, but your beard is the area?
2 reasons. First of all, chemically, your skins have different sensitivity in different places. And also
I'm talking about like
facial...
that. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, I do. I do. And that's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm also saying that also the fact that these are so near your breathing areas are a big deal. And also one of those things we're talking about right now is not constantly in public, which is another issue. So it's like if you get a slight redness on one of them, it's not a big deal as if you get a lot of redness on the other.
I mean, okay. All right. Okay. I didn't
If you
expect
have
it
like a
having-
burn, you know, around the side of your bleach, it's gonna stand out a little bit, like, you know, because that stuff, when you get chemical burns, it scabs over. Like it's
Oh
a
yeah,
burn.
it's a
So
it's a
yeah,
deal.
you get that on your face, it's a thing. You
It's
don't
a
see
deal.
that often because people don't do it.
Okay. All right. Well, take care of your skin, guys. I'm glad we're getting the message out there.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
you were talking about pubes. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh no, he wasn't.
No, I
No.
wasn't. I was
No, he
not
wasn't.
Were you
talking.
talking about?
No.
Oh, were you talking about the bee bleach?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is not the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
as hair bleach, but yeah, it's
Sure.
yeah. Mm.
Wouldn't that be stronger though if you're doing like a? You know what? Hey, let's
never
welcome
looked
our
into it,
guest,
dude.
guys. We've got a
Yeah,
guest today
yeah.
on the show.
Great intro.
Bring
Move
in
on
segue.
through. Yep.
Speaking of bee bleaching,
Segue.
Moving
into
on
it.
through. Here we go. Wait. Here it is. Here it is. And you're welcome for this on this special day.
Let's hear it.
Speaking of butthole bleaching, happy birthday to our guest, Gene.
yay! Happy birthday, Gene.
Now tell me, Gene, I'm very curious here. Have you ever had an intro like that on your birthday?
No,
Never
this,
before.
I gotta say, I learned a lot about bleaching. It seems like you were quite on a journey, and you picked up a lot of experience on that journey.
Yeah.
and-
He does seem very
Working on it.
learned.
Yeah.
Learned
Learn-
it.
I was
learning.
actually listening intently about like why is that though? You know, and you see my face. I don't have a beard, so this is not something that I can even like relate to. You know,
Mm.
like in any kind of sense. Like this is I haven't shaved in a couple days. This is the worst it gets. you know,
Okay.
so.
I mean, you could dye that still. You could, if you want to partake, you could probably put a little. You can't get it
When
done at a salon.
When I'm done with mine after it's bleached, I could send it to you.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
You can just shave it off
Yeah.
very finely.
Just try it on for a little bit. And say, oh,
Yeah, place it very easily.
AI is amazing. I'm sure it can make it work somehow.
Exactly. Gene, welcome to the show. It is your birthday. We were not being facetious about that, chat. It is indeed Gene's. We're celebrating 21 years old. He's finally full. He can go and purchase alcohol
Finally.
for the first time. Very excited about that. He's going to go get, Gene, you said earlier, you're going to go get Lit AF Fam. That's what you were saying.
yeah,
to me,
no,
right?
Great.
I can use my new ID to sign up for all these online activities too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And you can pay for it with your, maybe not. Maybe you can't use your MasterCard or Visa. We'll get into that in just a bit. Let's give
What's
a quick.
what's the first alcoholic beverage you're gonna get? Is it gonna be like something like Boone's Farm or like a wine cooler?
Mike's hard lemonade.
There you
or
go.
something like
There it
that.
is.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mike's
Yes.
baby.
I
Yeah.
can't believe I can continue this Mike's hard lemonade trend. My dad, who is late 70s, he lives at a trailer park, which does incite some images. Let's say it's an upscale trailer park, because it's honestly where a bunch of people that don't want to spend multiple millions of dollars on a lake house, but do want to live on a lake. Anyways,
The expensive man's trailer park.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
a
yeah.
trailer, a trailer
I know,
park.
I know
Yeah.
those kind of
That's
things.
awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, some of the people, they get together every night and like play poker, and someone handed him a Mike's Hard. He's like, you ever had one of these hard lemonades before? And I was like,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I've never heard of this. I just knew, I've never drank it. Those are pretty good. I was like, yeah, they're kind of good. Yeah, they're good. Anyways, we go on. He's like, hey, can you get me a drink from the fridge? I go and open it. There's 3 6-packs of Mike's Hard Lemonade.
No way.
There you go, man. There you go. Love it.
He's all in.
All in, dude.
It's all on the juice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
On the juice.
Just completely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, that's my Mike's Hard Lemonade story. I'm glad to contribute.
Yeah.
Gene, why don't you tell people who you are for those that have not, I guess, seen you, read your words. We've never had. I got to be honest.
Experienced your work.
Yeah, you're the first journalist we've had like proper, vetted, actually gets paid to write journalist on the show. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Everyone else has been like a video or like a audio based medium.
Content
Ri-
creator type deal.
Yeah, Gene writes. He
Yeah.
scribes, as they say.
Yeah.
Scribe.
So I am a now 44-year-old journalist. 44 as of today. I have been a journalist since I was 21, 22. I went to school at Cal State Fullerton, Orange County, California. Took communications there all the way up to 2003. Did not find work, so I went back to my home island of Guam. I was actually born on Guam.
Okay.
So technically, my
That's
birthday
awesome.
was yesterday, actually, because
Oh.
they're a day ahead. And I covered crime and military stuff.
You're also a
I've
time
o- I've
traveler.
o- hmm?
Also a time traveler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mhm.
I've only been a games journalist since 2019. Before that, I've always covered things like crime, murders, mayhem, military movements, small business. I've covered education. I've covered transportation, traffic. I've covered taxes before, and I have done a lot of social media work too. I got laid off in 2009, and I've always knew that the journalism business was in rough shape. So I was always looking for ways to either diversify my skill set or leave or never have gone into journalism in the first place. I really didn't want to, but it just I know nothing else, so that's what I ended up kept doing. But after I got laid off, I started. I became like the first like journalist in Hawaii because I lived in Hawaii for 8 years before I moved to Washington D.C. I was like the first journalist in Hawaii to start using social media. So they were like, "Oh, follow Gene. Like he's at the latest crash site, and he'll tell you when traffic lets up or whatever." Or a tsunami. Recently,
Yeah.
earlier last week, Hawaii was under a tsunami warning, and that brought me back to 2011 when the Great Japanese Earthquake, the 9.0 earthquake happened, and we got a tsunami warning back then, and I had to cover that, and I was literally on the beach, just like waiting for it. I was like Joker in the Dark Knight. I was like, "Come on, baby, just hit me right now." And I actually had my car parked facing away from the ocean because I had the notion that I can get into my car and just drive, like outdrive the tsunami.
Yeah.
'Cause
I think
why
maybe
not?
part of you subconsciously, do you think that was like, this is my way out of journalism forever? Let's do this.
Take me away, great wave.
Yeah, exactly. Just walking the way like in Dunkirk or something.
Oh God.
So I switched to focusing more on social media work. I actually quit journalism again for in 2012 to do a little public relations work. But I got dragged back in with a small startup founded by Piero Omidyar, the founder of eBay and PayPal. So he ran a small site in Hawaii, and I helped him out big time. I was a community manager and social media guy for them, and I increased traffic for them by like 540%, and I started like a whole new revenue stream of like live events and everything. And it was that work that picked up the interest of the Washington Post. They were hiring for a social media guy, and I just applied. I just cold applied, and I didn't get the job. And then another social media job opened up a couple months later, and I applied for that, and I ended up getting that job. So I've been working at the Washington Post since 2015. I was working social media from 2015 to 2019. I covered things from like the 2016 election when Trump won the first time. Um, you know, Covering like the live debates and everything. That was fun.
Yeah, that's got to
And then in
be
2000,
like 2016 social media is an interesting time to exist.
it was definitely a crazy time.
Yeah.
It's not not exactly too different from now.
I would say
actually,
no. Yeah, it's not too much different than now, but yeah.
Yeah, like you could say like 2009 social media is like way different from now, right? Like YouTube
Absolutely.
is completely different, Twitch is completely different. Just the discourse in general is just different overall. 2016 is kind of like the beginning of like the modern era that we're kind of still in today. It feels like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Stagnating just a bit.
Yeah,
Yep.
just a little bit. And then 2019, the Washington Post was interested in covering esports. And as a social media guy and like the audience guy, I was brought in to advise on that. And I told them, don't cover esports.
Man, it's
Probably
funny
good
how
advice.
wise you were. It's so funny
Yeah.
how wise you were.
Yeah.
I said, don't do it. That's it's not a good idea. A better idea would just be to cover video games in general.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, probably. Why not?
Sure,
And
let's do
then
that.
and then they were like, well, we need a reporter. And then like the managing editor was like, well, Gene's right here. So, you know. So I didn't even like
We
apply to
never-
like
You just got
Hey,
transitioned
Gene's
over.
getting coffee. Hey, Gene, come here. Gene. We got
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I just gotta say, I love how there's like journalists out there that like it's their dream to work there, and you're just like, yeah. So we're like, so who wants to work here? Gene's here. He can work here. And Gene's like, yeah, I guess I could. I'll work here, I guess.
Yeah, like video game reporter is like a dream job, especially for like a mainstream newspaper, right? Like one of the quote unquote big three newspapers of the New York Times, Washington Post, and the Wall Street Journal. And yeah, I just kind of fell into it, you know. But you know, before that, I was writing a lot to kind of, you know, you like the editors there need to be need to trust me. They need to know to read my writing and know that it's going to be good and okay, and there's like some good narrative and storytelling involved in the writing. So I was kind of like training up to that. I was writing a couple of articles about video games and about other stuff like internet culture, and those were doing good numbers. And editors were like, no, you know, Gene's good. Gene's good for it. So even though I had been writing for a long time, I needed to kind of like re-earn the trust of the Washington Post. Even though I've been working there already for 4 or 5 years, to kind of get into that position too. So I did fall into it, but at that point, like I've been working my way up to kind of something like that, anyways.
Sure.
And then COVID hit, and then whatever. 2022, I got diagnosed with colon cancer. I got better, and I'm still good. I'm still good. Everything's clean, which is a miracle.
Good.
Oh
So
yeah, man.
even though it sucks to get older, god damn, it's a privilege to get older. You know, didn't it was touch and go whether I'd see 44 at all. You know,
Dude, I mean, I think I speak for many of us when I say you were very very transparent with your journey, and we were following along with you, and it was we're glad everything worked out.
yeah.
Sure.
So it's a great, wonderful privilege to be here on Drop Frame. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, for
Shut
allowing
the
me your
fuck up.
platform.
Looks like someone forgot how we introduced him.
And it's a great privilege to be alive to talk with you all folks here and to see everyone here on Twitch chat and everything like that. So that's my story and the long and short of it.
Fantastic.
So
Great story, man.
I had a quick question based on like, did they like, was there a position that you're doing now before you were doing it at the WAPO?
No, so they wanted to create like a whole video game like kind of website. This was like when the Washington Post was interested in like having like, you know, satellite sites of like different you know, beats like travel or cooking and everything like that. And gaming was going to be one of those sites. And then in 2023, they decided to just shut the whole thing down. You know, and we're still going through layoffs. It's August 3rd, so July 31st, we just had a voluntary separation program where, you know, people 10 years and over, which is including me now. I've been at Washington Post for 10 years now. We're offered a buyout. You know, basically just here's a salary of a year or two. Just leave the company, please.
Hold on, give me that name one more time. What was this bullshit corpo? A voluntary
separation program. Yeah.
What the fuck is that? A voluntary.
That's I mean, it really sucks. That's not hugely uncommon.
Yeah.
Companies that undergo massive structural issues. They're
Yeah.
like companies that are like, we're still alive, but we can't function at the rate that we used to.
Yeah.
Like we have, like that's where the.
I guess that's better than just like, hey, you're fired, right? Like it is a better.
Oh yeah. This is what comes right before that, unfortunately. What they do is they do this first and they see how many people take it and then they reassess.
It's like when the airlines stand up, it's like, does anyone want to skip this flight? We'll give you a voucher.
That's right. Before they start kicking people off the plane. That's right.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I mean, that's what happened. A lot of people left, actually. Oh my goodness, so many great colleagues. Long time people like Ann Hornaday, who's been the Washington Post film critic for 22 years.
Jeez.
great inspiration of mine. I read her writing when I was in college, which makes her feel old. But uh, yeah, it's just a lot of people. But I'm sticking around because I don't really have many options right now. So
Is that
we'll
like
see.
do you as I guess I can relate somewhat as a streamer because we never know, like, oh, Twitch is just gonna cease functioning tomorrow. It's kind of a slight fear. For you, do you just go into work and you're like, hey guys, hey, I'm gonna write this story, and everyone's like, all right, Gene, good work, keep it up. And then you go and write the story, and that's just kind of a monthly thing or a weekly thing.
That's exactly it. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna watch the Minecraft movie, and then I'll tell them like, look, this Minecraft movie is gonna make a ton of money, and they're like, okay, Gene, and then it makes a ton of money. So it's like things like that get them to trust me, and you're like, oh well, Gene was right about that, So
Okay. All right. Industry expert. Did you have to explain chicken jockey to anyone?
Oh, totally. I had to write a second article all about chicken jockey in general.
Oh my god!
I actually have.
I still don't know what the fuck that is.
I actually have. Do you remember when Stormy Daniels had her book out, and then she described President Trump's penis as toad-shaped?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I actually have a whole article explaining Toad, the concept of Toad, in Mario Kart, and why like Mario Kart Toad is different from other Toads.
And did you do this as an addendum to that piece so people would better understand the shape of the penis?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, I need to understand the contours of like this story exactly. So so I wrote this whole piece explaining Toad and the significance of Toad and what Toad means in the Mario universe. And I wrote the whole piece, and it got sent all the way up to like the editor-in-chief, like all the way up to the top brass. Like there's like investigative pieces, like the Pentagon Papers or whatever, that go to the top brass, but they also needed to read my Toad dick story to make sure that it was okay. And what they did was, we're not going to run this. They say maybe if the story gets bigger.
And they wonder why you guys are losing money. Like, what? Do you understand that would have been your biggest story that year? Like, I tell you, you gotta listen to Gene, man. You gotta listen to Gene.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was like, dude, people are gonna read the story. They're gonna love this,
They would have loved that story.
That would have
become a Twitch meme.
So when Stormy Daniels was talking about Toad, she was talking about the Mario Toad?
Yes.
She wasn't talking about the animal. She was actually talking about the Mario Toad.
Just
Mario Toad,
throwing this out there. Think about both of those in your head. One of those would be a lot harder to look phallic.
I know, but I have an imagination that kind of runs wild. So I was like,
he goes to
when you
Burning
said
Man.
Toad, I was thinking of the animal, and I was like,
he goes to Burning
how
Man.
would that look? And my
Oh,
mind
that's right,
came up
he's a
with something
burner.
horrific.
Yeah. He's a
horrific, just terrible.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both awful.
I know.
It's
bad.
Yeah,
Both. Neither of them are good.
Yeah, well, so far we've started the show off talking about that, and now we're talking about this. So we're really just batting 1,000 here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but to answer your
Bleach
question,
B's
Zeke,
to Trump's D here on Drop Frames. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, Reggie, that is
Yeah.
not the title of the video. Do not put that on YouTube.
Do it, Reggie. Reggie, I will give you $5.
One of the pieces that helped me gain respect in the Washington Post was, do you remember when the Smash Brothers Ultimate trailer dropped?
Yes.
And they showed everybody. They showed all the characters.
Yeah, that was the tagline. Everybody's here.
Everybody's here except Waluigi. Waluigi wasn't there, right? And that was like a whole meme. And then they show Waluigi as like a trophy move or whatever instead. So I wrote a column called "Waluigi was robbed and humiliated." And then that was just a headline. Waluigi was robbed and humiliated, right?
Yep.
And then I had the Washington Post Twitter account, which I ran also to tweet it out, and then that went mega viral, and like the piece got like so much traffic.
Do you like shake
like,
your
well,
own
Gene...
hand when that process happens? You're like, good job, Gene. Thanks, Gene. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, I was
Good,
a one man like person like whole like promotion team right there, but. Yeah, and that piece went viral, and so that was like, oh, Gene understands like what goes viral like on the internet. Like he can write humorously and make people read it. So
Jeez.
Every time you say like they say the Washington Post says stuff about you, I think of like 5 old white guys, and we're like, he knows how to speak to the youth. We should bring him in. He speaks the memes, and he knows what lit means.
Yep.
You know, that's actually a question that I had for you, Gene. Like, I actually kind of stole it from my chat here, but like, do you have a lot of like explaining to do when you toss something up to your editors and shit? Like, do they know what you're talking about when you talk about stuff like Waluigi and shit?
Yeah, you're in kind of a different
or do you have
world.
to like,
yeah.
Oh no, not at all. I'm completely. I'm speaking a completely different language at that point. You know?
Okay.
Even if I explain like Twitch chat and like or Twitch in general, or like they don't know who Hideo Kojima is, the most popular video game creator on the planet.
Right.
They know Mario. It's very much the wow, we've come a really long way since Pac-Man type deal. Like that's like the level of like understanding that I have to like deal with. So it's a struggle for sure. But the nice thing is that I'm like the only person in the building that knows how to talk that. So it's like, like I'm kind of an authority on that stuff anyways. So,
Gene, I was trying to load the article and then I got hit with this.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
so one thing though,
I remember that picture. That picture is iconic.
Yes. So, one thing though, if people want to help me out and support me, I actually do get credit if you sign up on one of my articles.
It's like it's a loop back,
and they're like, oh, well, Gene got
every one of your articles functions as a referral link.
Yeah. My articles will give me like credit in the background, and then people see that. So actually, that's one thing that makes me valuable at the Washington Post is that they see that people actually like to sign up to read my reviews, which is interesting, or like my interviews. I reviewed Metaphor, a Refantazio, last year, and that was a late review. I played that game late, so it came like a month later. And yet people signed up for it, like dozens and dozens of people, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about the grand scheme of a newspaper, like that's quite a lot of people for just a video game review, versus like some of their other articles that take a lot more effort and time and resources, and will probably get the same amount. And so it's like, Gene's just playing video games and getting some money, so that's cool.
That's awesome.
Very cool, man.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to help me out, they don't want to give, Big Daddy Bezos money, but you want to help out old Gene Park here, you can hit one of my articles in my bio.
Make sure to use your Post Prime, everyone. You get one free once
a month.
And you can use it on the website. Read those articles for free.
Thanks for the 37 months, man.
I would
love Gene Park on checkout.
Yeah. So I actually helped run the Washington Post on Twitch too, which kind of got abandoned a couple years ago. But like we were doing things like covering like the Mark Zuckerberg congressional hearings and George Bush Sr.'s funeral, which was going viral for a while. So we were just watching that dead body just go across America, live on Twitch, which is fun.
Did you guys cover the Amber Heard stuff? The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial?
No.
Okay.
We went off live by that. I'm actually trying to revive the program right now. So hopefully I can do it. We'll see.
What I gotta think that when you go to your managing editor, whoever gives you the A-OK, like, you have to do so much extra work to get something published because they don't just know inherently what you're talking about. So if you have like a huge breaking story about how X company I can't use X now, how whatever company in gaming is like, who knows, doing something nefarious. One, they're like, why is this important? Why do I care about this? And two, who the hell is this company? Like, what do they do?
Yeah, I had that problem recently when Bungie was caught stealing art assets from Anti-Real for Marathon, right?
Yeah.
And that story broke kind of like in the midday or whatever, and then it wasn't until the evening where I was like, man, this story is like way too big. Like once I actually looked into it, I was like, oh, that's really like egregious, like this whole case. So I wanted to do an interview. So I have the only interview with Anti-Real up in media, right? I spoke to her and just got her views and everything like that, and I had to publish. I wanted to publish it in the Washington Post immediately. I wanted to be the first person to talk to her. And it's late at night here on the East Coast. So the only editors that were awake were these white people in Korea, who don't cover not even video games, but like they're not even like part of. They're just a night shift, right?
Yeah.
And then so like, and they're not people that I work with,
Right.
So like it was like 4 hours of like me explaining like what Marathon is, like what a live service game is, what Bungie is,
man.
No.
like what Halo is, why Halo is important, and what Bungie is, and like they
God,
understood.
you had to put on a class.
Yeah, you had to
like teach them video game. Like, okay, on this
Yeah.
slide, you'll see Bungie was established in 1998.
And it's like, okay, well, so they're saying this on their Twitter program. They're there, and it's like, okay, so is the Marathon dev team like Bungie? I was like, yes, that's the same. That's the company. That's their team. It's the same thing. It's like you guys being part of the Washington Post. It's the same thing, Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, they were asking like really basic questions, like, is Marathon dev team the Twitter account that's associated with Bungie? I'm like, yes. Like, I emailed Sony. And Sony said, look at the Twitter account. And they're like, okay, so Sony owns Bungie. I'm like, yes, Sony owns Bungie. So it's all the same thing. So it's like, it's really like...
It's laborious,
and
right? It's not just Twitter.
You could Google that, right? You could check if a company owns a company.
Well, it's newspaper.
Like, I'm getting like breathless. And like,
Yeah,
and they're like,
crazy.
well, this is a really dicey story about like legal issues. I was like, no, like they've already admitted it. So it's okay. Like, like there's no diciness at all. Like it's already like happened. Like it happened like while I was reporting the story, thankfully. So like there's no more questions. Actually, we can just run this. And they're like, okay, I guess we're overthinking it. I was like, yes, thank you.
2 hours later, Twitter's already moved on to another conversation, and you're like, guys, I've got an interview.
Yeah. And then the story like ran at like 3 a.m. and I was still the first, and I was like, oh, thank God. And I was like, finally able to go to sleep.
God, that. I never thought about all of the hurdles that, because you I say I don't know if it's generally understood. I think of these publications, like you said, the big three, right? These are prestigious publications here in the US, and they covered massive stories, and people rely on them as like a massive news source. And then you're like losing out to Joe Schmo on Twitter, who's just like, Bungie sucks a dick and stole from artists, herp. Yeah, I got to go clear this with my editor, and they got to talk to their managing editor. They got to clear that. And then we got to talk to the lawyers. And then I think we're okay. I think we can do that. I think we can go ahead and launch that. Yeah. You got some hurdles in front of you now.
Well, yeah. Well, that's why like I'm the Washington Post games critic. I don't really do breaking news at all. Like like when the Microsoft layoffs happen, I'm like, I've already written like a column about like layoffs in general, so like I don't need to cover this. I don't need to like I'm not like a Jason Schreier who does do like wonderful breaking news and breaks a lot of stories. Like that's like I don't really have the apparatus to support that. But also, I'm not really interested in doing that. Like I said, I've done my entire career covering breaking news. Like, oh my God, this person got murdered. Can you believe that? It's awful. Like I've literally been to like murder sites, and it's exhausting. I'm good on breaking news and being under deadline and stuff like that. I don't want to do it anymore. This is, I'm old and I'm getting old and I'm tired. I like to be able to talk about video games in a cultural way. And also JP, you said like a lot of like games media is like beaten out by like YouTubers and Twitch streamers and just aggregators on Twitter and everything like that. But it's why I show up to programs like this. Show up to talk to you guys. Show up to kind of like connect with folks like Co and everything like that because I understand, I don't have an antagonistic relationship with creators. In fact, I'm a huge fan of many creators and friends of many of them. So I'm always looking for opportunities to collaborate and speak to an audience that I don't usually speak to, which is of course you folks here and everyone over at Twitch chat. So again, like I truly mean, thank you so much for having me on your platform.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the only way you can go at it, right? Because if you're just sitting there arguing all day, what the fuck is the point? Like, what's the point? You're not gonna. You're not gonna be able
I imagine like you have this like thing you every single fucking time you have to go to the higher ups and go, this is a big deal. I don't have time to fucking explain why it's a big deal to the gaming community as a whole. You just need to trust me. Can you trust me now? I've done this 10 times before. Can we just go with this?
Yeah, I'm sure you've built up a level of trust now as well. Like you don't have to do it as much, right? Or do you
no, not anymore. And unfortunately, I have an editor that does like understand like a lot of what I say. So like my direct report, so to speak, I don't like maybe I have to do a little bit more explaining like for niche stuff, but overall he understands video gaming and gaming in general. He knows who Hideo Kojima is. So when I pitch a story about Hideo Kojima, there's no like, oh well, Kojima directed Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid is important because of this and everything like that. So it's like I don't have to do that. At least,
right.
So like I interviewed Shigeru Miyamoto, so it's like he invented Mario. Is like, oh okay, gotcha. Okay.
Great, yeah.
So it's like okay, well go on ahead to Orlando and go talk to him, and that was a great time.
Now that's gonna immediately prompt the question for me: what's your favorite interview? Not best, favorite interview that you've done of like a game dev?
Oh,
Miyamoto. I know you've talked to Kojima as well. I didn't know you had talked to Miyamoto, but that's fucking awesome. Like that's rock star situation in our industry. Do you have a favorite, if you could even pinpoint such a thing?
Yeah, actually, of course, Kojima and Miyamoto are my two biggest. Kojima was actually one of my first interviews ever.
Oh my
back
god,
in 2019 for Death Stranding 1. And Kojima, like I've interviewed like heads of state, like I've met Bill Clinton before. The only time I've ever been nervous talking to someone was Hideo Kojima. I was like, this is mother effing Hideo Kojima. I was like, look at my video editor. I was like, are my lips sweaty? Like, do I look okay? Am I glistening? Am I shiny? So I really loved that one, and we talked about Death Stranding 1, and we had a really great time. But I think my favorite interview, and I'm forgetting their name, but it is with the mouthwashing devs. And this was just last year.
Recent.
And we had a really, really great conversation about the game itself. And have you guys played mouthwashing?
I have not. I think Zeke has.
Only a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a little bit.
Yeah, no. Mouthwashing was my. We do a end of the year wrap up on this on Drop Frames, and it was my favorite.
A game of the year show. Yeah.
Yeah, a game of the year show. Yeah, sure. Games of the year show. But yeah, it was my favorite narrative from last year.
Yeah, mine too. So me and the writers went really, really nice and deep on the story, and I really, really enjoyed what we talked about. And the interview actually went viral in the mouthwashing community. They were like, "Oh, this is," this really solves a lot about what the game is actually about.
Yeah.
So I like doing those kind of interviews. Kojima and I we spoke about what Death Stranding 1 was about. And he just looked at me. He was like, "Yes, exactly. You got it right." I was like, "Hell yeah!" So like, I really enjoy talking to game devs about what their games are truly about or what drives them. That kind of stuff. Like the Metaphor review also had an interview with the director, and then my tease for that one was like, "Oh, he actually said." No one has ever asked me this question before, and this is a really important question.
Oh, those are great words. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Whew, those are validating phrases for sure when you're doing an interview.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want to hear. Sam Lake was another great interview I did, and then like I've heard Sam Lake go around and tell people like, "Oh, Gene is actually the best interviewer I've ever had." He was asking questions I actually cared about.
Yeah.
So that's my thing.
Meanwhile, the guy that was talking to, he had just interviewed and just started crying.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
No,
So I want to do interviews like that. I really want to take games seriously as an art form, which is why like I'm an arts critic. I take games seriously as an art form and what it says about people.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
What goes into like? I'm just curious because I used to do like very very like minor interviewing, like 5-10 minute sections for Twitch a long time ago.
Mhm.
How do you like go into choosing those questions, like those questions that you're like that they mark as saying like they've never been asked that before? How great of you! Thank you. I actually care about this. Like, do you like? How does that work for you?
I guess it's like a kind of like a literary background. Like I try to approach it like they're writing books, and so I'm trying to understand like why they wrote a certain thing, or I try to really get into I try to understand the themes of the game, like mouthwashing, for example, or metaphor. I'm like
Uh-huh.
like why is it so important for metaphor, this like deeply political game, to have so much hope at the end of the day or something, just really simple questions about why they wrote in a certain thing a certain way, so it's not really any kind of science or anything like that. A lot of people wonder like how I'm able to do that, but it's just really just being curious about why they wrote things a certain way. I'm interested to ask Kojima about why he made certain decisions in Death Stranding 2, for example. And I'm looking forward to that conversation someday too. So it's that's really where it is. I try to I don't read other games media coverage. Actually, I don't try. I actually try to avoid reading a lot of game reviews sometimes, unless I'm actually interested in the game. Then I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But like I don't read them to compare my work to others. What I do is I read a lot of other type of criticism. So I really wanted to become a music critic. That was actually my original passion, the whole reason why I got into journalism in the first place, because I love music.
Yeah.
Like the music of Will Smith, for example, right?
The Smiths. I just
Yeah.
saw the top of it. I was like, I know the Smiths. And
I
they're like,
thought-
oh,
yeah,
Will
Yeah.
Smith.
No, Will
Ah.
Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith and everything like that.
Yep.
So I love their music. Yeah. But I wanted to be a music critic, so I grew up listening to reading a lot of music criticism, and then the biggest influence in my life is actually Roger Ebert, the late great film critic. So I take a lot of kind of like my writing tactics from him. I also read a lot of car reviews, actually, because so much of video games are about mechanics and feeling, right? And then for me, I think the best writing for that are people who have to drive cars all day and figure out different ways on how to write about that. I think that's
I gotta talk about
great.
third gear again. Here we go. Same old shit.
Exactly. So you got to be really, really talented to work at a place like Motor Trends, for example.
True.
And
I
figure
never
out.
thought about that. So, like the last few, this one also speeds up and slows down. It turns. It's got doors.
Yeah.
It's got
This one's
Bluetooth
red.
capability, Bluetooth capability.
Yeah.
So like rather than be a video game review about like, oh, it's got these options and like, oh, it can be like go up to 1080p or blah blah blah. It's like I'm trying to understand like how they describe feeling and mechanics,
Yeah.
So I definitely try to have a diverse because the best way to improve your writing is to just read a lot, and
Right.
so you just gotta I just try to keep reading as much as I can,
Yeah. It we started when you had first joined the call for like sound check earlier, and I'd mentioned to you that I was gonna bring up this like kind of adversarial position that I think game journalism finds itself in the current space in the current time. But I feel like it's such a minuscule thing when to ask you like, how do you feel when people say that it's on journalism difficulty, right? 'Cause like you don't fucking care. I would think you're trying to figure out like how a game feels or the artistic side of it. You don't care about people dogging on you for playing on game journalism mode, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
JP,
here's
funny you
the
say
thing.
that.
Well, here's my perspective. I've always thought that like to be a good games critic, you have to know how to play games. You have to,
Sure.
the way to the way to read a book is to understand, to be literate, right? To understand the words that are coming off the page. And then to be literate in the video game is to understand how to play it. You know, the language that the video game is speaking to us is through the controls, and for us to absorb the information, we are controlling it, which makes video games such an interesting medium, right? That the way we read a video game is to play it. You know, we have to move forward. We have to kill a certain amount of people. You know, you have to infiltrate the base. You have to solve the puzzle. You know, so I do think that it's important for games critics to have a certain amount of skill. That said, I think a lot of games critics do have a lot of skill. We were the guys who played Shadow of the Earth Tree before it got nerfed. Before all you all played the last boss of Shadow of the Earth Tree opening with a nerf last boss.
He's calling you out, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Say something. And we had no guide to figure out a way around that fucking thing. You know, you know, I could ask. You know, I'm in a Discord with the IGN like guides writers, so
yeah,
maybe they can help me out sometimes. But like they might be stuck as much as all of us. You know, so like we all had to figure that out. We got to the end. We beat the last boss of Shadow of the Earth Tree before any nerfs, when it was a crazy nightmare of special attacks and everything like that. So. Yeah, some of us kind of suck, but most of us that's more of an outlier than anything else, you know.
Sure. Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
But I do think it's important for people to know how to play games. But I think that's generally the case, you know.
Yeah. Did you review Blueprints by chance? Or write anything?
I did not.
Okay.
I do want to get to that as part of my Game of the Year wrap up, because people talk a lot about that. So there's that. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but I actually wanted to kind of play Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 because KCD 2 just kind of drops you in like 5 minutes after the end of KCD 1. So I'm like, okay, well, I think I should probably play the first one too. You know?
Yeah.
And I like doing that. I like starting a series from the beginning, you know. Because I'm old, so I've usually started many series from the beginning. So.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably the proper way to play it. I'm trying to think of other. There's like the whole game journalism difficulty, but I guess the other thing, and you kind of already hit on it, is there's like two different brands of journalism, right? And they're all kind of chasing after the same thing, which at the end of the day is ultimately numbers. Maybe there's three. But you're kind of focusing on the like games is art type deal. You also review games. And then there's the like, we got to post this as soon as possible because it's a massive story. Give it kind of a clickbaity title. Let's think of a fun headline and let's get as many views on this as possible, right? The clickbait thing. YouTubers, and content creators, and I think journalists are all guilty of this. And then there's kind of like the fly by the seat of your pants type deal on Twitter where you hear something and then it gets retweeted and you put a snarky tweet out and then it's, you know, immediately at 20 million views or some shit. So of all of those, where do you think like your role is in that spectrum?
Oh, absolutely, in the arts role, right?
Yeah.
I'm very, very grateful that I've kind of like taken myself out of that like SEO click farm, like you know, I'm not saying that as like a derision to people who do that. I think it needs to be done, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I think my biggest issue with the games media, or just the media ecosystem in general, because it's not just games media that's guilty of this, right? Is just taking what's like in social media, like we do this too at the Washington Post completely, you know. So I'm not like absolving or I'm not criticizing too much without absolving myself or what we do. You know, taking something that's going viral or a conversation on social media and just posting it as an article, you know.
Yeah.
That leads to like a lot of like misinformation. Like for example, you know, I do a Nintendo podcast, so like, you know, like the Russian guy who got the Switch too early and says like, oh my god, the console doesn't work, and it's like because he doesn't have any cartridges. If he had a cartridge, he can pop in Mario Kart World and play the game, you know, before the launch date. But people ran like Eurogamer.com, like ran with like, oh my god, the Switch doesn't even work before it gets online. And it's like, no, it works. It just
Here's
won't
how
get it
effective that was. I didn't know that was the case. You literally just that's information that I didn't know. It's because he didn't have a cartridge. He couldn't activate it because it was all digital Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because the back compat won't work, right? And then
Yeah.
like the eShop isn't up yet, so like you can't get anything. But it's like because we just got to switch to without a cartridge, and of course it won't work. Get a cartridge and it will work like a good old fashioned video game console. But like sites like Eurogamer ran with that, and then like you kind of like believe that too,
Yeah.
because
Well, then
it was
I
just-
disseminate it to my audience, and
Telephone.
There you go. See,
News,
yeah,
telephone.
but-
Absolutely.
yeah.
It happens to
so
us
that's
all
like
the time.
that's part of the media ecosystem that I don't like, and that is the exact kind of story that AI would replace. I think we should stop doing that kind of shit because AI will do it anyways. It's very easy for AI to actually just crawl through social media, get the information, and just kind of like spit it back out as a quote unquote article that's written like semi English or whatever.
Yeah.
Very easy to do that. That's the kind of the article that AI would replace.
Just out of curiosity,
at the Washington Post, we were to use AI articles. Who's covering high school sports in DC? Not a human.
Yeah.
It's just getting sports scores and spitting it back out on a website. It's still doing.
Is it actually writing the articles?
Yeah.
Oh. But when you say writing the articles, do you mean like what does that mean?
Wow.
Just writing an article. It's the local high school Lions club scored this and scored this, and then this was the highest scoring player, and it's just a formula that spits out sports scores and like keeping people.
Well, no, it's interesting that you say that because I was just listening to a story yesterday on NPR that was basically talking about how like local newspapers and local media is getting completely destroyed because there's not enough stuff for them. And one of the things that we're talking about is how like AI can replace a lot of that by actually creating this news ecosystem that just doesn't exist because no one's doing it anymore. So it's kind of interesting because like that kind of goes to what you're saying. You could kind of do the more stuff you really need to kind of apply yourself to, the more artistic side of it. You need to and let that handle the rest of it. But
I mean those games weren't being covered anyways, so the AI is actually doing something more than we did. So.
Yeah.
So
I'm because of this. I'm not like reflexively anti-AI. Like I think AI is something we should be cautious around, but it's also a good tool. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah, what were you saying?
No problem. We could do a whole show on.
Yeah, no, it's like
that's a whole
let's
big
get this
thing.
can of fucking Zeke. Get the top.
I was going to say
off.
two different questions. Two different questions. I actually saw some people from chat ask this. These are two great ones. One's kind of quick and one a little longer. First one. You are in a rather unique position in the thing that what you do is you will write an article, a single article, but sometimes the basis for that article is a 5-hour game or a 140-hour metaphor. Are there situations when you are compensated additionally for the 140 hours you're having to take to write an article? Or is it just like, you gotta hope that article does well?
No, I'm salaried, so,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a decent salary,
That's pretty respectable, though. But I mean, seriously, that means that you're choosing the 140-hour game to write the article on instead of the I could finish this in 10 and bang out an article kind of thing. Huh.
Yeah,
wow,
I mean, I we can talk about it later, but I have my next review is a game that you are very familiar with, or maybe not familiar with, Co-Carnage. It is a game called Mind's Eye.
Oh.
I was waiting for that reaction. That was so good.
I will be reading that.
So I chose to have
back from them. Still waiting to hear back from the old Mind's Eye guys.
Well, here's the thing, because they didn't give out review codes. I was like, well, I guess I have to buy Mind's Eye, and I was like, I don't want to use my own money to buy Mind's Eye. So, for the first time ever in 5 years, I actually asked, because this never happened before. I was like, can I expense a video game? And they're like, what for? I was like, they're not giving it to me. They're like, okay.
How long was that process?
Oh, I love it, dude.
I got to know about that bullshit. It was
just an ask. I was like, can I expense?
He probably didn't even know what he was asking for.
Okay.
Let's be real. They were like, because I mean, he's been there for 5 years. First time he's ever asked for like a game. I thought
Yeah, was there like a
okay, go
full on? Did you have to fill out like an expense report, or was it just all right, just put it on the card?
I will have to fill out the expense form for that too, for sure.
Yeah,
So
okay.
show my little Sony PlayStation 5 receipt of
Yeah.
$60 for that game that I decided to spend, and I got the platinum.
Oh my
trophy
god,
on
is it
it,
still
so.
60?
You platinum Mind's Eye?
Oh yeah, I saw
did,
that
I
on
did.
Twitter. Yeah.
How many people have? You're probably like you're probably like one of less than like 20.
6%, but that's still probably less than 20 people. So
True.
Probably less than 20. Yeah.
I don't know. It's actually a very easy platinum to get. So if you
Wait a
beat the
second,
game,
6%. You might be the only person that's. No, I'm just kidding.
I could
So,
be.
so here is now this next question is a little bit more involved, and this kind of goes off the first one, but more in a like the article itself sense. We keep running into situations as gamers where we will read an article about a game, and it is very clear that the person writing that article, no matter what they think about the game, no matter how good they are of a writer, it is very clear that that person either has a disdain or lack of experience in the genre that they are playing. And you can tell when the article starts like complaining about maybe basic issues that genre's always had, and they're treating it like it's a new thing. What is your take when a game journalist clearly is in over their head writing about this?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's not their fault because there's just only so many people that can do a certain thing, and certainly there are genres that I'm not like an expert in. I think, trying to think of, I mean, maybe visual novels, maybe I've actually been trying to like learn more about the history of visual novels because I feel like that's like a knowledge gap from mine. But I think it's important for the journalists to be transparent about it. I think one thing about journalism is that there should be more transparency in how it's made, who goes into what. I think I support the idea of not just having like the reporters blind lines, but like the editors too. Like there should be like a whole fucking credits list
Well,
of
credits,
people
yeah,
who, like,
right, yeah, absolutely,
who were involved in an article or whatever, because that will have more transparency and kind of build more trust. And as part of that is that as long as the writer is saying like, look, I'm not like I don't really know shooters, or I'm not really like a first person, or I'm not like a really cozy game person or whatever like that, and just kind of like pauses that first, then at least that arms the reader with some understanding of like, okay, well, maybe I can switch gears and like maybe I can hear this from the perspective of someone else who's not really into this or whatever, and that could also be very valuable to a lot of people. For example, Tokon, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I'm interested in that game because I love fighting games. I've been a fighting game player for a long, long time, but I'm also like getting older, and I don't really have the time to like learn fighting games.
Yeah.
So I would be kind of interested to hear somebody, the perspective of someone who doesn't really play fighting games, and who plays that. And that might be valuable for me as somebody who does understand fighting games very well, but wants to hear about how it could appeal to like another side of me or whatever. So I think, as long as it's shown clear that this person is not like an expert in certain something, then I think that could work. Otherwise, yeah, that's so annoying to hear a take about something, and they clearly they're trying to present an air of authority, but that they don't have.
Yeah,
that's annoying. That's frustrating, and I totally get that.
Yeah,
that's a very cool way to look at it. I had not really realized until you said it that most of the times I've gotten the most frustrated with that is when the writer had not established context, where they had not said like what their experience is, or if they're normally a fan of that kind of thing. Like one big kind of egregious example of this recently was there was an article written about Arc Raiders, and I think they said Arc Raiders is just DayZ with a Fortnite and a
Oof.
And it's kind of like, I don't know if somebody that understands any of those three games could say that, and like I don't, and stuff like that. I don't know. It always made me sound like it always. I just kind of wonder what you would how that made you feel when you read stuff like that, where it's kind of like,
Yeah, I do have a reaction to that actually. You know, for the reaction is kind of goes back to what I was talking about with Zeke about describing games a certain way, because what the fuck does that actually mean? You know, the Daisy of the Fortnite of the blah blah blah. You know, it's like the one advantage of working at like a general interest newspaper is like I have built up the skill of describing video games in a way that isn't just referential to other video
eloquent
games.
sailor.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like if I want to describe Arc Raiders, I have to describe things a little differently than even just saying, "Oh, this is an extraction shooter" or whatever. That it's like, no, I'm actually thinking about the different steps that you have to take to describe the gameplay loop or the gameplay experience. I can't even say gameplay loop in the Washington Post because that's like something that's weird to a little jargony, you know. So it's like I think it comes back to kind of like a writing issue, an editing issue, maybe, where it's like, okay, well, you know, like as an editor, I'd be like, well, I would send that piece back or that sentence back. I'm like, can you think of describing this game a different way other than just referring to Fortnite and, you know, assuming that the audience understands exactly what being a Daisy of the Fortnite means, you know, like,
Yeah.
what does that mean exactly? You know,
It's a plague of the times.
Step back and describe that more. You know,
And the worst part is tying into what you said. And that gets stated like with an air of authority, and it's just like, what are you even talking about? And then it's just like levels on levels.
Well, it's a lot of time. I don't know what publication that was, Co, but the air of authority there is that it's X website says this, not journalist says this or you know, person says this. It's whatever publication you want to tie that to whoever wrote it. So
I'm not going to call anyone out, but it's definitely out there.
Yeah, no, it's totally out there. For Gene, how often do you think, and maybe you know the answer to this through stuff that has happened at your own publication, but are there oftentimes articles that are written for the headline and not for the article?
Yeah, of course, yeah, totally,
Yeah.
Well, hell, fucking Waluigi was robbed and humiliated was written for the headline. Like,
You just wanted that fucking headline, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I literally just wanted the Washington Post main account to tweet it, and so that's actually how the piece started. I was like, while I was thinking Waluigi was robbed and humiliated, and I looked at the social team. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we tweeted that? And they say we can't tweet that. And I was like, well, what if I wrote an article with that headline that said
it? So it started.
Like, okay.
It started as a
tweet because you tweet the headlines, don't you? And they're like, yeah. So
what's great is JP asked a question and your answer was basically just yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. And let me tell you how. I love it.
You know,
there's something beautiful.
It's kind of why I'm reviewing Mind's Eye, you know, because I had a great headline for it. So, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
There's something both fucked up and beautiful about that like Twitter in so many ways with 140 characters has become like almost a headline creating machine where if you have a good tweet that could turn into your headline for an article. And
no, so I used to do that all the time, where I would use Twitter back in like 2015, 2016. I would use Twitter as my A/B test. You know,
yeah.
I would tweet out a link.
That's actually
this
so
was back
brilliant.
when links weren't like totally nerfed on the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
So links were totally fine. But I would tweet out a link with 2 different ways I would describe the headline. And so like it's funny you guys are asking me about headlines because I actually am like kind of like a headline, like respected headline writer at the Washington Post. Like I wrote a weekly newsletter, internal newsletter at the Washington Post where I highlighted the best headlines.
Yeah.
So it became like a little internal competition within the Washington Post where they're like, okay, well, which headlines is Gene gonna like the most because Gene writes the best headlines. And then so like a lot of people will come to me and they're like, can you write a headline for this? I'm like, okay, well, you know, why don't you write this or whatever? Because I kind of got it. That's how I was able to increase traffic for PR Midiar's site because I said, our headlines fucking suck. We need to we need to redo the way we do them. We need to be more explanatory. We're not going to do clickbait. We're going to tell them exactly what's in the story. We're going to tell them what's the most interesting in the story. That's the best way to write a headline.
You know what? Yeah. All of a sudden, that thing you said earlier makes sense. You want that credit block at the bottom of the articles. headline Gene Park. Every
Exactly.
article on wall.
Every article. Headline,
Exactly.
Gene
There
Park.
you go. Exactly. Hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
that actually
great.
brings up an interesting question for me. Like, what's the difference between a great headline and clickbait?
Or is
Well,
it both?
technically, clickbait is technically no one really uses it these days, but technically, clickbait means a headline that lies to you. That says
That's what I thought. Okay.
that basically describes
Baiting
something in
the
the article that isn't like
Yeah.
like exactly true, or kind of infers a lot of things, or like the upworthy headlines, like you won't believe what this person is going through or whatever. And it's like well, how do you know what this person is fucking feeling anyways? You know,
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
like that's kind of like fake or whatever, or just or and also like leaving information out, instead
sure.
of that's why that whole say do you click Twitter account exists, which is kind of annoying, but also like I understand why it started in the first place, whatever.
Oh, ad
Versus a
harvesting.
great headline, which
Yeah.
just tells you exactly what's going on in the story. It's something that's really interesting. In journalism, you write what's called the lead, which is like the most interesting part of the story, and that's the first few sentences. And I'm like, why are we just not doing that principle for the headline? It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense, because a lot of headline writers, a lot of newspaper headline writers like to be cute. They like to have puns. They like to have jokes and everything like that, and it's like, no, just it needs to be informative.
Yeah.
The best headlines are informative.
As this is a absolutely personal question for me. Won't mean anything unless you have someone that's in journalism school or has graduated. How often are you still using, like you just mentioned, the lead? Are you still using the same structure for everything that you used in journalism school 20 years
pretty
after
much,
the fact?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I still follow the same principles. Like one thing that separates me from games media is that I take free game codes, but I don't take trips. Companies are not allowed to host my trips or host my hotel stays. When I went to Orlando Resort to cover Universal Orlando Super Nintendo World
Yeah.
opening, I went to the hotel and they said, okay, well, you're good. And I saw the receipt that said $0. I was like, no, you don't understand. You need to charge me. You need to get your manager on the phone. So because you need to charge me money. So if I go back to the Washington Post and show them a $0 receipt, I will get fired.
Yeah.
So please charge me immediately. And a lot of other games media don't do that, and they'll take the trips, which I understand. We're all poor, and so and so are we, but we still adhere to those principles.
Well, it's also the other people at that same event. You can look at the Battlefield 6 event that just happened, right? The
Yep.
same people that went to that event, creators, which were flown out, paid to be there for 3 or 4 days, probably a multi-million-dollar event. That's the same event that gaming journalists go to, right? And they get all the same stuff most of the time when it comes to that. A lot of times, actually, before even YouTubers or whatever were in all of this, those events were just for games media, right? Like I've heard Jeff Gersman talk about all the crazy fucking events where they got flown out to some track in Europe to like drive for Gran Turismo or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's interesting to hear you say that, because while we're I say we're the three of us sometimes are the people that are going to these events being like, hell yeah, it says 0. You're like, I can't. I'll get fired. Like I can't accept that.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
It's
Well, no, I mean, not only get fired, but I think like to a certain degree it would compromise your integrity.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which is fucked up because for a YouTuber, it doesn't even come into a question. Right?
Of course
like,
not.
it's
Of course.
expected in so many ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't do that at all. It's the whole reason why the Game Awards, right? So everyone always makes fun of the Game Awards being the Keeleys or whatever, and Jeff Keighley's picking all the awards, but that's not true at all.
Yeah.
The Game Awards Judges Committee is made up of games media, right? A lot of, like, pretty much all the games journalists sites get involved. I am ethically not allowed to get involved with the Game Awards. I have asked our board of standards and practices over the Washington Post, and they have denied me twice to be on the judging committee of the Game Awards. The reason why is because the Game Awards is funded and chaired by people in the games industry. So by that reason, I can't be involved with anything that's funded by the games industry, the industry that I cover. So I am
Right.
not allowed to be on the Game Awards. I'm not part of that. So you can't get mad at me about who wins Game of the Year award because I'm not involved at all. I'm just as mad as you are.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so
That's cool.
lame. I gotta say, like that. I understand why, but that sucks. Like the Game Awards. Like, I'm a game journalist and I can't participate in the Game Awards. Fuck. That sucks.
It's a little annoying because then you also wonder, like, okay, well, do we get involved in the Oscars? And it's like, okay, well, we actually don't. So okay, so there's that too.
Well, at least it's fair across the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
like
fair.
the Oscars are also funded by, like, you know, the movie industry, and like, you know, like the Academy is people in the film industry.
Yeah.
And it's okay, well, you know, we don't get involved in Oscars too, so that's fair. So it is applied evenly. So
No,
go ahead, Zeke. I'm still thinking how I want to ask this.
I just wanted to ask, like in your, since you're in this, like the journalism, like how prevalent is like having integrity in your industry? Like, is it something that you think like is regarded highly, or it's kind of not? Like where is it at in the industry right now? Like,
I don't have a lot of respect for journalists in general.
oh, okay.
That answers that. Okay. That's a
Cool enough.
distinct answer. Right on.
I don't really, you know, the media industry, I think is quite broken. I think the media ecosystem is quite broken. A lot of it has to do with the people who are in charge and who have led us here. You know, and that includes people in the mainstream media as well. So, you know, it's just, and the great thing is that I have an inside view of all this. You know, I've seen it all happen. You know, I know that there is a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of bad judgment in the media, and a lot of what people are saying is not completely untrue. A lot of it is untrue, but a lot, you know, there's some truth to there's some validity, I think, to people's frustration with the media in general, and I'm right there with you. It's kind of like that guy who was working at Costco and doing the TikToks. He was like, you know, you think you hate my job? I work here. You know, I hate my job more than anyone else because I work here.
Yeah,
you know?
I live it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hope that answers your question.
No, it absolutely does, and I'm just like, I want to know if there's a way to find out who we can trust anymore. Is there anyone we can trust anymore as far as journalism goes? I mean, besides you, of course. Present company excluded.
I'm the only one. Yes, exactly.
It's just
Yeah.
him.
You need to start covering everything,
that's it.
Gene,
There you
because you're
go.
the only
There it is.
person we trust.
Dude, with the amount of people that resign, like, I might have to start covering everything for sure. You know,
There we go.
like why
Start
not?
the YouTube
Sure.
channel,
Yeah.
Gene on, and Gene on politics, Gene on gaming, Gene on gardening, just
Gene
everything.
on film, you know.
Gene on
Yeah,
film.
yeah,
There we, sure, we can
Later
slide
on.
that in there.
Sure, yeah, here's the latest
Gene
Adam
on
Driver
music.
movie.
There
you
we
know.
go.
Our food editor just resigned too, so I'll just start covering food, you
There you
know,
go.
too. So
Gotta eat, right? You can
We're
say
gonna
some
rename it
stuff.
the Washington Gene.
yeah.
The Washington Park.
Washington
Yeah,
Park.
Washington Park.
Oh,
That's
there
it.
we go.
That's much better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Much better.
I don't know. I always suggest think of it like creators. You know, to just pick and choose who you think you trust. Don't get parasocial about them. You shouldn't get parasocial about anybody in general, you know, including politicians, especially politicians. But it's crazy that we're just in an era where we don't do that at all. We
Yeah,
just
that's
worship
the
politicians
craze.
like crazy,
Yeah.
which is so strange. You know.
Yep.
But yeah, I think just find people that you think that you listen to, that you hear. You know, some people might trust me, and I appreciate that. And you just try to support them the best you can. You know, and, if you can't support them with subscriptions, at least just spread their work around and spread the good word. But that's about it, really. You know.
That hearing you say that kind of formulated the question I was trying to think of earlier. You saying try to find people that you trust, try to find people that you know seem valid and everything that they're doing. I I think a lot of times the general rule of thumb as streamers, or at least what I've always preached, is find a reviewer that shares the same interest as you.
Exactly.
So that being said, with bias being a thing that exists, is that not just confirmation bias by finding a reviewer that you know is going to like a certain type of game?
Hey,
Or-
slow down here. No, no, buddy. No.
Like
No.
how does that work?
I think that's a fair question. I have been afraid of the effects of the algorithm, an algorithm-based society. For a long time. You can find interviews of me back in like 2009, 2010, saying like, I fear the death of serendipity. Of just serendipitously experiencing someone as they are, as opposed to like, oh, well, we have the same interests, so like we must be aligned in our beliefs and everything like that. But I mean, that's been kind of happening. There's one of my favorite books from the early 2000s was by a writer named Bill Bishop, where he was like talking about how people in communities are already moving towards communities of each other.
Right.
That migration was already happening physically in the real world space, and now the social media space has only like aggravated that to an intense like to the nth degree. Of like-minded people. So it's kind of like how the way I force myself to read car reviews. I think people just need to be better, more informed people. People need to be interested in challenging themselves better. It's why, like, as a journalist throughout my entire career, I've always read media from from across the political spectrum. And maybe that's made me to understanding of the other side or whatever like that. But like that's kind of like what being a traditional journalist is. Like you want to be able to absorb all the information. So
Right.
I think there is some value in terms of trying to be a more hyper informed citizen, and again, I do read some game reviews of people that I might disagree with, and I try to take that into account. And sometimes I walk away, be like, oh, I see that point. And, it's challenging, especially difficult, especially with all of our platforms discouraging that. TikTok is like, no, here's all the same shit that you like over and over again. And Disney is like, here's more same shit that you like over and over again. Netflix is like, you're interested in this, and Spotify is like, you like this.
Yeah.
Well, what's even
Try asking
scarier,
people.
yeah, and well, the idea also of kind of these systems curating the content that we have the option to experience. So it's like even the choices we have get limited. So Google has now flipped on their AI. So whenever you search in Google for something, across the very top, it's going to try to give you its AI response first. Now that AI response is going to be significantly limited. In many cases, give you a direct or immediate answer to whatever you're Googled. That means instead of going through your normal 10, 15, 20 and kind of like doing that scroll and trying to, look at your options and checking, the AI is just going, you want this one. This is the one you want. Oh, you Googled that? You're going here. So instead of it being like this big spiderweb flow chart, it's just an A to B to C to D as you're like moving through the internet, and the computer's just telling you where to go. So it's a very weird situation. Like I use my Google phone, the voice stuff on there all the time. Now when you tell it the normal Google search stuff, it only pulls up the AI. So if you're in the car and you're like, hey, search for this, it responds in English AI response like, oh, well, that's located at the, it just starts going into it. It's just like, no, man. No. And that's by default. I didn't opt in. I didn't change anything. I need to figure out how to opt out, but I didn't turn it on. So it's like, Jesus, dude, the amount of other people that this is now just their life, is wild.
Yeah, we all use Windows, and we all have to like opt out of Copilot because Copilot just turned on everything here, just like automatically. That's what I'm scared about. I said earlier that I'm not like reflexively anti-AI, but like, so I use an AI tool almost every day for my work. It's a transcription tool and that's powered by AI, right? I've been using that for years. It's been very, very helpful. I use it almost every day, especially for my interviews. Very, very helpful. It's been sucking ass lately. It's been like getting worse. It's not transcribing like words. It's just completely missing entire like blocks of like conversation and like getting words completely wrong. So I'm just like, I support AI as long as it fucking works as a good tool. But like this is just like like it's just failing
Those
us.
are
Google AI
hallucinations,
sucks,
right?
you know? Huh?
When it's trying to process and it thinks it's doing it properly, it just spits out something that's completely wrong. That's hallucinating from that regard.
I guess so. Yeah. It just it would just like not work. It just wouldn't like transcribe the words that are being said like very clearly.
Huh.
That
It's
sounds
just like
different.
failing. It's just these tools are just failing us sometimes, and that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole AI thing is I think a different can. We've opened a bunch of cans today. We might leave that one alone. Save it for another time.
A lot of interesting topics today for sure.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic. I think we're all enjoying it.
No, you're asking all great questions. Very good questions.
Oh,
There's a lot of
there you
content
go.
answer.
That's
You know what?
that's
I'll go ahead and say it. I think this is the best interview Gene's ever had. These are the best questions.
Oh,
he's ever
that's the
received.
phrase. That's the phrase right here.
That's it, right there it is.
Whew.
Good job, guys.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Oh man. Do we want to talk about Mind's Eye? Is this the time now, Gene? We kind of already did, but you platinumed it, and maybe we just say check out your review forthcoming. I guess.
No, look. I need to get it off my chest, man.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to somebody about
It's
this.
therapeutic, right?
I need to light us.
Listen, Death Stranding 2 was like 70 hours.
Yeah.
Mind's Eye was like 15 hours. Somehow Mind's Eye felt longer.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Mind's Eye is like the longest short game I've ever played. It took like weeks to get through it, but it was tough.
I just
Mind's Eye
saw that on the cover while looking at it in a box on Best Buy. Gene Park, the longest short game I've ever played. Gene Park, and the quote right there in the front.
Oh man.
There's Mind's Eye. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, is this like triggering for you?
Yeah. So a lot of the game
It
is like the
doesn't
drawing
look bad.
quests.
Sorry, it doesn't look bad. Like, how is it
Here's
so
the
bad?
thing. The best fucking thing about this game is the driving. The driving fucking rules, actually. The driving is good. The driving controls are really, really good. That's the one thing, like a Leslie Benzie signature, I guess, is that like they figured out the driving.
Yeah.
But like there's nothing else going on in this game. It's just a cover shooter. Like Jake Diaz doesn't do anything. He can only shoot, and he can take cover, and he can duck. There's no melee.
Oh.
The guns feel like popcorn. Like look at him. He's just like casually getting out of the car. The AI is busted. Like they barely know what they're doing. Look, they're just shooting at you. Like Jake is like just walking out. That's a gameplay. You just walk out and you just get shot and you just shoot at people.
Yeah.
This character fucking sucks. Oh my god, dude. This character is like the anti-Jake or whatever. Like that girl sucks. She's awful. Her name is Charlie. Charlie is like
you're gonna make me play this game.
Charlie
Charlie is like every like Ubisoft like sidekick girl like ever like formed into like one girl. Like she's quirky and she's a hacker. She's got trauma issues, but she's also flirtatious. Just everything. It's just like an AI generated like sidekick girl named Charlie.
Yep.
Again, the drive is pretty good here.
Girl.
Yeah. Her model looks awful. Like some of the models look terrible. Yeah, that guy fucking gets nuked. Oh my god. The worst thing about this game, seeing Jacob fall over. The worst thing about Mind's Eye is that this is part of my review. This is a preview of my review. Mind's Eye is a truly Kafka-esque experience. Not in that like it is like thematic to the themes of early 20th century existential writer Franz Kafka. No, it actually puts you in the body of a Kafka character. There's the book called The Trial, and the main character Joseph K is arrested for things that he never finds out for the whole book. Like he just like put on trial for things that he never understands. Mind's Eye is like that because it is giving you game over screens for things you don't understand. Like I don't know what I did to fail. You walk like left Angry Joe has a great review on this. If you want to check it out, like it's actually the whole intro to his video, and it's so accurate. But like you walk left, game over, and then it has like this horrible farting sound as like the game over screen, where it's like it tries to be like Inception but like digital, so it goes. So you hear that over and over again. You walk left, failure. You walk too slow, failure. You drove too fast, failure. There are time like you fail time missions and there is no timer. Like you did not know that you were like being timed on this mission. They're like, oh, you lost the target. It's like I didn't know I was tailing anybody. There's so many tailing missions in this game, so you're always like tailing something. But like I didn't know I was being timed. When you are timed, and then the counter gets to 0, the counter goes to negative time. It goes to -1, -2.
No.
-3.
Nothing
the
happens.
The game needs you to understand the extent of your failure. The game wants you to feel like a failure, and you have no idea why. When you succeed at an objective, you get a game over screen. You know, there was a mission where you drive like the Grand Theft Auto truck drive, where you're driving the truck back to a garage or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I pulled into the garage and it said failure. I was like, oh my god, what is this? You know. You rescue a hostage and it'll say, great job, Jacob, success, and it'll say failure. Like it's insane. It's crazy.
Wait, so with so many you said you platinumed this game. Platinums usually mean progression, achievements. With so much failure states, that doesn't seem like it would be easy to platinum.
No, it's just hard because this fucking character like a sports bra.
The
and a gas mask.
Yeah.
I tweeted about this, but that is the free roam character for the rest of the game. Your reward for beating the game is you get spit back out into free roam mode, and you can only be this character. It's not a custom character. You can't change their hair. You can't change their clothes. You can only be that character, and you can't even drive the car that he's driving. You get like a little Ford, like you get like a little Prius type car, and that's the only car you can get into in free roam mode. That's it. And you can only be this character. This character is a nobody. It's not a character in the game. It's not a character in the story. It's just someone hit random on the Saints Row 3 character creator and said, "Yep, that's it. That's the main character for the rest of the game."
Huh? Is that where this cowboy guy comes from as well? He's like some random.
No, you can't play as a cowboy the guy at all unless you do one of the random like side quest missions that you can choose from a menu. But you can only be in free roam mode the guy in the sports bra and the gas mask.
Huh. Okay.
That's it.
Weird.
Like you can be this guy, but like in the side missions that you can choose from the side thing, the menu that they have. What is it called? Whatever the creations or whatever.
Yeah,
but you
creation,
can't access any of this shit. The build a mind's eye shit in console. That's not available, so I can't even try that at all.
Oh, that's PC only.
It's PC only, yeah. There's no like rhyme or reason to like how like some of these enemy placements are. No, they just throw soldiers at you. The entire last 4 hours of the game is just like a shoot-a-thon. It's just like they're just throwing bodies and bodies, and you're just shooting. Besides like these weird like whack puzzles that happen, dude. The fucking ending of the game is a cliffhanger.
Oh, they don't even like end it.
They don't even end it. There's like no resolution to any story. There's no character arcs at all. Like like you kind of end one conflict, I guess. But like it just ends. It just ends, and the credit rolls, and it's just like what happened? I don't even understand what happened. The story wasn't.
Are they gonna sell it as
anywhere.
like DLC? Is that like a coming soon situation?
I guess. Well, like Mind's Eye was created like as part of like this everywhere game. They wanted everywhere to be like the hyper real adult Roblox. Fortnite. But all they're doing is just letting you move Unreal Engine assets around. Basically, it's just basically baby's first Unreal Engine user, basically. And it feels like that's what they did to create the missions. They just used this is not me conjecture. This is Leslie Benzie saying it. It's like we built all the levels using that tool, And it's like, clearly you did, because you're just placing soldiers here. Like we'll place a soldier here, you place a soldier here.
Yeah.
It's not like Elden Ring where it's like, oh, this monster is here for a reason, for a story reason, and for balance of the battle and everything like that. And like we're gonna have ads or whatever like that. No, there's no kind of thoughtfulness at all to how these encounters are placed. It's just soldiers and who are running all over the place. They barely know who you are. The cutscenes are all glitchy.
Glitchy how?
Every camera change, like the characters are kind of rebuilding themselves. So like you can see like the LOD, like early versions of them, like where they have like no mouth and like the eyeballs, or like it's like Assassin's Creed Unity on day one or whatever.
Assassin's Creed Unity shit, yeah.
Yeah, but like it's still ongoing. They haven't fixed that at all. The game runs like shit on the PS5 Pro. I played on the PS5 Pro. It's like 20 frames per second.
Jeez.
20 to 25 frames on a PS5 Pro.
Yeah, it's awful. It's not even stable 30 at all.
Yeah,
at all. It's
I remember
dropping
when
so
that
often.
came out. That's why it was a lot of people avoided it because of that. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. The story is the overall arc of the story is okay, but like the moment to moment character writing is awful. People get shot and like they just kind of like brush it off. Like it's weird how this game treats gunshot wounds. Like, you know, like the mayor gets shot and she just like crawls away. She gets shot like she gets shot like by Ed 209 basically. You know, like in RoboCop the movie.
Yeah.
Remember how that guy got lit up? She basically gets shot like that, and like she walks it off. She just crawls off. She's like, and she's fine. Like at the end of the story, I'm just like, well, how the fuck did that happen? You know?
Maybe that's one of the things that is solved in the next episode. You know, it's a cliffhanger and they don't explain anything. Maybe in the next episode of Mind's Eye 2, they explain that she is like a ghost or a Terminator or something
RoboCop.
like that.
They turn her into
RoboCop. Yeah, there you go.
Honestly, that seems feasible with where the story was going. I don't know if anyone cares about Mind's Eye spoilers, but I won't drop them here, I guess. But,
Please don't.
We
Actually,
probably
because
shouldn't.
you were trying. You were like, I don't know if this was your intention, but you're convincing me that I might need to play this.
Oh, you have to at this point. You not only have to play it, but there needs to be an entire game, something that happens whenever the game overs happen unintentionally. Like anytime that happens, you need like a thing needs to happen. You need to do a thing.
It happens so often. The mini map that like barely exists. Like the mini map only is there to like show you where the next checkpoint is, because the game is incredibly linear. There's no way you can do free roam at all. Like as Jacob Diaz, it seems like. And you get like 6 guns, and they all kind of fire the same, including the shotgun. The shotgun is really like a medium to long range weapon.
Huh.
It's like just shoots out of one big bullet, you know, that hurts, you know, a lot. You know, the one main mechanic of the game that it introduces, besides like taking cover and shooting, is a drone. Where you can press R1 and triangle to summon a drone that can fly around, and they can either like stun people or like open like doors. But like it's not interesting, you know. The most thing they do is like, oh, like I guess fly the drone out the window and like open the lock from the outside of the building or whatever. Like I guess that's kind of cool, but like that's about it.
Yeah.
And then when the drone mechanic gets introduced, like he freaks out at like him controlling the drone, like, oh my god, whoa, that's too close. And it's like, dude, like you literally like played the whole game is about him being a drone operator. Like that's his literal job. And then like, when he gets a drone, like he freaks out like it's the first time he's seen the drone. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh my god.
You know,
sounds like a real winner.
There's this laughable video on the Mind's Eye YouTube channel of quality assurance with Leslie Benzies. And it's a 54-second video where he's playing the game, and they're like, yeah, we got to do 0 tickets on these or whatever like that. You get the fire extinguisher, and like you watch it, and it's like he's like yelling at these people like they're all in the same room, and it's like I'm just convinced that like that was the all of QA.
Yeah, is this supposed to be like satirical? Like a marketing?
It's
promo
serious.
thing?
It's showing like look at how much Leslie Benzies cares about his game. That he's doing the quality assurance himself.
Weird.
And it's like that's so bad to it feels like satire because the game is garbage, it's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone in marketing was like, fuck this guy. I'm going to put this out there.
I can imagine a meeting where it's like, hey, just wanted to, it's 2 days after release. Just want to check. You guys did have more than just Leslie test this, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was just him.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a miscommunication.
Jesus. Did you happen to watch, by the way, the reveal that they did with was it Hitman? It was, I forget who.
Oh yeah.
We watched that. The three of us watched that as like coverage of SGF or whatever this year.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of knew something was off after watching that entire event because it was not great.
Yeah.
Co didn't finish it. He left early. I think Zeke ended up leaving.
I
before
stuck
it was
around a
over as well.
lot longer, but I didn't stick around to the end because it was long and I was tired and it was really awkward and thrown together. So it was difficult for me to watch because it just like it made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's like they were telling stories like from their time together on a movie set. And
Well, yeah, Mads
like,
Mikkelsen was on stage, and the guy that
Mads,
did the Hitman voice actor was talking about how Mads was like hitting on his wife or some shit.
in the movie.
In the movie, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like the Mind's Eye
Yeah,
creator,
probably should add that in there.
the Mind's Eye guy is on stage in the middle of all this, just kind of like looking around and stuff.
Yeah, they kind of like, and didn't they move him around like on the stage?
Yes.
It was
Oh, I
like-
need to watch this now. Now I need to watch
you
this.
do.
You should probably check
absolutely
it
do.
out. Yeah.
That's part of my research. Yes, that's part of my
Yes.
research.
I
to
think-
watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that was the week that game came out because they kept they showed they kept cutting to the trailer in the middle of the person doing the outro to be like, hey, we're gonna be cut right back, and then they would just like start the trailer as they were talking. or it would go back to the interview and the person wouldn't get the cue that they were on air. So they would just be talking to someone completely off camera as they're supposed to be. Yeah, it was definitely go check it out. Look,
and I was actually kind of I was like mindly excited about Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this game looks like a 7 out of 10, but like I love 7 out of 10 games. Some of my favorite games are 7 out of 10s. You know,
I thought it looked fine when I first saw
Yeah.
it. I thought it looked
Yeah.
like I was like, maybe this is a hidden gem, exactly like you're saying. I was maybe it'll be like
exactly.
an Elix or something. Yep.
I like the tech look of it too. So I was like, okay, you
Yeah.
know, I'm into this. You know, GTA 6 is not coming out, and I wanted a third person Cyberpunk, and I never really got it. So maybe this is it, but it definitely wasn't it at all.
Yeah.
You know, I not to overshadow the fact that you do like game journalism and reviews, but sometimes the Steam reviews are just too good to pass up. Like I was looking up reviews for this on Steam, and my favorite one is just a one sentence. My eyes tricked my mind into buying this.
Yeah, I've been thinking about my Mind's Eye puns are the best. Where I tweeted a minds for an eye will make the whole world go mind. Yeah.
I love that.
A mind's eye leading to mind.
It's such a jumble of a reference quote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
So
What else happened in Mind's Eye? Oh, you can't skip the cutscenes. So every time you fail, you have to watch the fucking cutscenes.
Oh, God.
Oh.
a couple shows ago, I think it was Co asked, what's like one thing that is like a huge pet peeve that has to be in a game? And I didn't have an answer. Hearing you say that, that's my answer now, Co.
That's a
it.
great
It's
answer.
2 episodes delayed, but
Yep.
yeah, unskippable cutscenes. It's
and,
gotta
and then I will piggyback on that. There is nothing worse than an unskippable cutscene in front of a sequence you have to repeat. You know, boss fight
Yeah.
or some hard driving sequence.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude.
What about an insta fail
Oh.
stealth mission? What about an insta fail
Oh,
stealth mission?
That's another good one. That's a great one.
Because
Yep.
that's there too. It's like Mind's Eye was like,
Oh,
what
it
are
has
the
it?
worst? What are the worst like mission
Is there an
designs ever?
escort
Like failing
mission?
missions.
Is there an escort mission?
Yeah,
with an easily killable
Is there
escort?
an escort mission? Not really.
Okay, good.
There's it's a lot of chase sequences and tailing missions. Like, oh, tail this person on a drone, tail this person on a car, tail this person walking. A lot of that going on, and then like just all shooting, and then like one really long insta-fail stealth mission, which is like this game doesn't have stealth mechanics, so you can only crouch and like take cover. So like that's it, and that's all you're doing. It's so basic. It's so awful. Fortunately, the cutscene doesn't play right before that, but like just going to the mission itself is just awful. That's a lot of mission failure states too, and it's just like
Sounds like a winner. But by chance, did you happen to play Gollum?
No, I haven't played Gollum, but actually Gollum looks a little bit more interesting, to be quite honest.
Gollum was interesting because the bad, as someone who I completed it, I wear this badge of honor. I don't know what type of medal I award myself. Yeah, I don't know what the medal awarded is for this, but it's like badness is fun. And I was told that Mind's Eye's badness is just bad. Is that?
It's just like it's kind of fun to like see like the cars freak out and like and you know there's no crime system or anything like that, so you can just like literally murder every single person you see and nothing happens. So it's funny to like see, to see that mayhem and you know funny to see some of the glitches, the visual glitches. But overall, when you're actually like trying to play the game and like trying to like progress and like get past this fucking cutscene or get past this mission or whatever, it's just so bad. I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my time right now? This is crazy.
Yeah,
this is actual work.
Wow,
it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah. So
it's definitely one of the worst games I've ever played, and I played Right to Hell Retribution. So
okay.
I think it's actually up there. I think it's solidly in the Mount Rushmore of bad games or whatever.
Yeah,
Gene, if I may, if you want ever a lexicon, a Rolodex filled with garbage shit games, I got you, baby. Just let me know. Just hit me up if you ever need, like, I want to play a really terrible shit game. I've got reams of them to show you.
Yeah. It's why I cover Mind's Eye, because I'm interested in it. But
just wrote Gene's next article. The worst games of all time.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, the terrible thing is, there's so many wonderfully awful, just what the fuck were they thinking games that just go under the radar because they're so indie. Like, I get it. Like, there are certain games that are bad just because there's not, or not bad, but like unplayable because there's not a lot of money behind them. But there are some games that have money behind them that still fall into the indie category that are just, they make you question kind of everything about existence a little bit.
Yeah, you know, indie games are hard to discover, including the bad ones. You know, so
yeah. No, and that's actually, I wrote down one question for you today, Gene. I wrote down one question, and the question was, how much, if any, importance do indies have in bigger named journalism?
I think it's important to keep an eye out for them, right? Because it's old hat to say this, but like, Among Us is an indie game, and ended up becoming one of the biggest IPs of the modern era. So you never know where some of this what will come from. So that's why I do try to pay attention. It's tough, especially me being the only person now at the post who covers it. Me wasting my time with Mind's Eye took away from me playing Blueprints, for example, so and I still got to get to that, or 100 Light Academy, which a lot of people are really hyping up for me about. And it's also a very long game, so
almost 100 endings, over 100 endings.
Something crazy. So like that's intimidating, but I'm considering that. KCD, of course. What else is there?
A lot.
I don't know, it was a really good. It's been a really good year for games. I saw someone ask me what's my game of the year so far, and it's definitely Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, that beat out Death Stranding for you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Death Stranding kind of has dropped in my ranking even.
It's funny because it actually has. I rewatched someone finish Death Stranding 2 days ago, and I'm not going to say any spoilers. Yeah,
I was going to say I'm totally planning a full run of it.
I'm saying like reliving that. I definitely think the closing of that game is like peak. But I'm solidified now, and I've said this on air. I'm solidified in my statement that like the other 30 hours are fine. It's just it kind of is a Kojima thing to do as well in almost all of his games, where the first like 30 hours are fine, the gameplay's fine, and then at the end it's like the crescendo of everything starting to make sense, and it's the lore drops and all that stuff. Yeah, like he didn't really stray from the formula there. But
yeah,
it started to drop because I played Donkey Kong as well, and I think Donkey Kong is fantastic. Like it is a fucking game. It's a game, like it's a video game.
It is a hell of a video game.
Yeah, it's like a game.
It's not a game. It's a game.
I actually like the ending to Donkey Kong Bonanza more than I do to Death Stranding 2.
I have not finished it yet, but I have also heard that Donkey Kong Bonanza is crazy.
And for somewhere and for a reason he doesn't know, Hideo Kojima just went.
Yeah, he winced. He
was like, "What was that? Why did?"
It's 4 a.m. right now in Japan. And he's just like, "Oh God, oh, what was that?
What was that?"
Yeah, I really love Death Stranding 2. I thought it was a beautiful game. But you know, I actually did go back to play Death Stranding 1 for quite a bit afterwards, and I was like, I think Death Stranding 1 still had it though. I think the newness of that experience kind of helped it a lot. But I also kind of like how the story and the themes kind of tie together just a little bit stronger in part 1 than it does in part 2. So you know, without going into any detail, of course.
Yeah,
but.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
I have to.
Do you have to be like super smart to enjoy Death Stranding 2? Just out of curiosity.
No. In fact, it might be helpful if you're really, really dumb, actually. So.
Hey,
oh,
nice.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
man. I could
Okay,
see that.
let's go.
Yeah.
No, because when Death Stranding 1 came out,
the dumber you are, the more you might enjoy it. Actually, so I don't know.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. So that you know.
I was gonna say I was really liking it.
No, for a lot of Death Stranding and some Kojima games in general, like I feel like I'm too stupid to understand it. Like, am I not understanding this because I'm dumb, or is it just confusing?
A lot of times,
is it actually confusing, or am I stupid?
A lot of times, in my chat's gotten on me for this. I'll see something in a game and think like, oh, well, clearly this is him saying blah 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 blah, and chat's like, what the fuck are you talking? That has nothing to fucking do with this. You're really overthinking this, dude. There's no connection there. Yeah, so I don't. A lot of times I don't think they're saying anything, Zeke. I think they're just making cool looking stuff, and that's kind of the message behind it.
Okay,
that is the likeliest explanation for a lot of things in general. I think. Video games are cool, so they'll show you cool stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's
sometimes you might be overthinking it. So
it's an apt way to put it, for sure.
fair enough. Yeah,
I have to ask. We were talking last thing on Mind's Eye. Don't have to give a review score. Do you give review scores? What
I do. The Washington Post does it at 4 stars, which confuses a lot of people.
Okay. Oh God. Okay, that's even. Yeah. So it's a 4-star system. Can you give half stars?
In the old site, we did out of 10. But that's because we were out of the old site. But now that I moved over to the feature section of the Washington Post, where like the movie critics and the art critics are. So it's like, and they use a 4-star system. So I was like, well, I don't need to be special. I'm going to use a 4-star system. It's fine.
Okay. Can you give half stars?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And then, how does?
So it's out of 8 then.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like
out of 125, right? So.
Okay. So, is that how you submit it? Metacritic's a thing,
to Metacritic,
right?
Yeah. So if I give something 3 stars, then it's like, oh, so it's a 75.
It's a 75 on Metacritic, right? Because that's Metacritic is like a huge aggregate tool for your reviews.
Yeah. I talk to them every time I do a review. So.
Yeah. Okay. Are
I'm
you
in touch with them?
Do you know like the percentage of people that go and read a review off of a Metacritic site for any of your? Is that like a massive?
For me, it's actually not
pipeline?
massive.
Okay.
For me, it's actually not massive. Yeah, it's helpful, and it's always good to be on there. And I love being on Metacritic. I've always wanted to be a Metacritic critic, right? So
Yeah.
it's cool to finally be on there.
Yeah.
But no, it's not something that I rely on, but it's definitely something to be good to be on. So
Yeah.
I don't want to forget it.
Cool. Well, I guess wow, we've been yapping for 2 hours. I guess let's talk news of the week. We haven't done a show in 2 weeks. We're kind of in the summertime news, which is not super crazy after the key 3, whatever. What do you guys call it, Gene, over at the publication? Do you call it SGF? Do you stick to the
SGF,
proper name?
yeah.
Okay.
Summer Game Fest, yeah.
All right. E3 is done. You don't mention there's no nomenclature around E3? Okay.
No.
That's very, very, you got a lot of integrity.
I was the one who broke the news that E3 was dead. I was actually the one who broke the news that E3 was dead forever. They're like,
oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
I was the one who put the bullet in the head. So
Well, there you
reported
go.
it anyways.
I don't know if I want to applaud you for that. you're telling that is
Hey,
you're killing my childhood, Gene. What the
Don't
fuck?
kill the messenger, man.
I actually attended E3 in 2003 and 2004 actually.
Oh, okay.
I was there for like Halo 2 being revealed. I was actually like there during that famous like demo. I watched that. I seen the Xbox launch. I seen the trailer for Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. It was a great time to be at E3. That's for damn sure. Booth babes were still around.
You rattled off a bunch. Do you have a favorite E3 moment? Like just some real weird ass fucking like this is some crazy E3 shit. Not necessarily an announcement, but like
I saw Pikachu pass out.
Oh.
And then so like a bunch of the booth babes had to like help resuscitate Pikachu, and it wasn't happening, so they like picked him up and like dragged him in the back room.
Hell yeah. That's fucking E3.
Yeah.
That's some good shit. That's some good
Vanessa
shit.
Carlton was there for some reason,
Oh yeah. 1,000 miles, man. She had to go save Pikachu.
She was singing that shit, so.
Oh man, that's good times. Good times.
I too have been to E3, and I have very fond memories of how crazy it was when it was still not open to the public.
I feel like you went to you were at like the bridge of E3.
Yeah, right when it was ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been fun too, though, because like Sony had some good shows towards the end too. So
yeah.
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 It was a good time.
It was really weird seeing the I think it was Brazzers or something, their VR booth.
There was a VR booth, yeah. This was what?
I tried that shit. It was very
2016?
strange to be trying that in public.
Was it 2015 or 2016?
That checks out.
They had like the VR headset where you could experience VR media for the first time.
Pornography. Yeah, you could experience pornography. It was an experience that I was not prepared for.
Yep. Oh yeah, chat is correct. I remember it was Naughty America.
Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't Brazzers. It was Naughty America. You're right.
Naughty America. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
my apologies. My apologies.
Very good chat for you to remember that specifically.
Yeah, I don't know what Naughty America is.
Forgot.
I'll have to ask Google AI later for Naughty America. We'll do that on stream. That'll be a fun one.
No, everybody in line standing for the booth was just like, no one was talking to each other, looking at each other, or anything like that. Everybody was just waiting to use the VR. And it's like, we all know what we're here for, but we're not going to discuss it. It's like dudes at a urinal. It's like, you don't talk, you don't look, you just do your business. Just do what you're there to do, and that's it.
Meanwhile, Zeke's giggling like a schoolgirl, looking around, being like, hey guys, come here often.
Indeed. I absolutely was. I was making everyone uncomfortable. It was awesome.
Jesus Christ. I remember when all that happened. Well, let's talk news. I guess the MasterCard Visa stuff is kind of like taking the headlines in a lot of ways in terms of the buzzworthy stuff right now in the industry. I have not looked into it too much. You've been live. You field a lot of questions. Are you
I do.
up to date on all of that stuff? Because
So normally I would be, but I'm currently trapped underground in a facility. I have been. for the
okay,
last-
all right. So you're not. The last I saw is that Mastercard came out and said that they never told Valve that they had to take it down. Like that was never a thing.
Then they
is
got
that-
community noted up the wazoo. Like they got community noted immediately, where it was like, Steam actually, yes, like community notes being what they are. They don't
Yeah.
have to be truthful or whatever, but a lot of times they are, and they were like, nah. They specifically told them that.
So now it's a he said she said thing with Valve and
Court, yeah.
fucking
Pretty much.
Corpo's
Good,
Valve,
good.
Mastercard, and Visa are just
Yeah.
like, nah, I didn't say that. We didn't say that shit.
Did you say that? I didn't say that. Did you say it? I didn't say
Yeah.
that.
Meanwhile, Gabe's out here. Fucking, I saw the headline this week of him being like, yeah, AI is actually pretty good. AI is useful. he's in some shit.
On his yacht.
Yeah,
out on his,
for
out in
saying
the middle
that.
of the ocean.
AI, his direct quote, I feel like we have to do this now, especially because Gene's here, that AI is a, quote, cheat code to success.
Oh no.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
it says
Didn't-
young people should
Yeah.
know
Need a
AI. I
bathroom
think,
break.
I think at various points there's been significant technology transitions. He said there was pre-computer and there was post-computer, there was pre-internet, and there was post-internet. I think that it's incredibly obvious that machine learning systems, AI systems, are going to be are going to profoundly impact pretty much every single business. If I had to point to a technology transition to get in front of, it's figure out how to use AI to do anything better. If you want to be an accountant, learn AI. If you're going to be an attorney, learn AI. Essentially, AI is going to be a cheat code for people who want to take advantage of it. I
He's not
don't
wrong.
disagree.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. And by any mean.
Yeah.
Yep. He's 100% accurate.
The
There's going to be a lot of ethical stuff in there. Maybe even some moral stuff.
yeah.
But I mean, in terms of its productivity and what it can offer somebody, 100%. It is a cheat code. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, this is I mean the publication that I'm reading this from is definitely, we were talking about headlines. Headline is Valve CEO Gabe Newell claims AI is a, quote, cheat code to success.
Mm.
So that might have been why that got a lot of traction, because I don't think what he said is all that
No, he said kind of common sense, honestly, if you kind of spell it out. But
yeah, all
Yeah.
all that crazy. Gene, do you have any thoughts on it?
About what Gabe said.
Yeah, you want to wade into the AI is a cheat code to success.
Yeah, look, I already said what I said about AI. I think
Yeah.
I think it can be fine to use in certain aspects. You know, I don't think it's very creative. You know, I think AI writing is quite bad. So when I see like college students like graduating with AI writing, it's like, well, you know, a lot of college students are bad writers too. You know, so it's like,
Yeah.
so I don't know what to think. It's a little scary. But you know, he's not wrong. That's all I'll say.
Sure.
That's pretty
Sure.
much what I'll say too. So
What else is going on? I feel like that I don't feel equipped, just to reiterate on the MasterCard Visa stuff. I don't feel
Me
equipped
too.
to actually comment on it because there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different factors going on there, and there's different groups at work
Dude.
in terms of pushing their
Well-
narrative on the whole process, and yeah.
and not only that, there are giant companies pointing directly at each other saying, "No, I didn't say that. You did." So it's like this is a very murky, weird situation right now.
Yeah,
like one of them is just wrong.
Yeah.
One of these companies is just incorrect.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, you know, and it's going to come out. There's no question. It has to. This is one of the hottest issues right now.
Yeah.
So
Everyone's
yeah, a
talking
little
about
bit more concrete information would be great.
Yeah, we'll see if the dust settles on that anytime soon. What else has happened? The Battlefield 6 event happened this past week. I mentioned that earlier. Gene, were you in attendance for any of that? Are you okay?
Nope.
Are
Looking
you?
at the videos and being amazed like everyone else? The game looks sick.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I was gonna ask. Like you were talking about Games that you cover, indies, not indies, whatever. Where are you at on the Battlefield hype? You said it looks.
I
want to
cover Battlefield. I love Battlefield back in the day. For me, I always lament the lack of terrain deformation in video games. I feel like there needs to be a lot more of that, which is why
Red
I love
Faction.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's why Donkey Kong Bonanza is one of my favorite games of the year. And Battlefield might be an extension of that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That looks incredible.
Hell of a trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks unbelievable. So I'm really excited to check that out and see what that's about. Terrain deformation is something that's been missing in video games and video game technology, and it's a little weird that it takes Battlefield and Donkey Kong Bonanza to bring it back. But,
sure. Yeah.
There was that indie game, Teardown, I think. That looked really interesting. I haven't played that yet.
Yep. It's a lot of fun.
I should play that.
You should. If you're into...
there was that leak footage of Spider-Man 2 before the final version, where Spider-Man 2 had a lot of terrain deformation, like a lot of building destruction, which unfortunately didn't make it at all into the final product. So
yeah,
it would have been cool to it would have been cool to punch Venom through a wall, and then now suddenly you're outside in the street to inside battle.
A superhero game with building and terrain deformation done well would completely up the immersion.
Just Man of Steel, but in video game form.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That'd be pretty sick.
I'm a Snyder bro.
Jeez.
I love Man of Steel.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah.
Flying through Superman, just going through buildings.
Yeah. Oh, Hulk could also be good.
Well,
exactly.
Hulk, that'd be a no-brainer, man. Yeah.
Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I don't understand why they're like, okay, well, we don't need to make any more of this. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Keep making it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. The Battlefield 6 thing, there was a, how do I say it? There was almost like a countercultural.
Counter hype?
Well, no, not counter hype. It was weird for me to watch the event and feel the way I did about it, knowing that EA was behind all of it, because I'm cheering it on, and the devs came across as I hate using other people's experience that was negative as a positive for someone else, but I'm going to do it in this instance. It was like the Splitgate guy wanted to appear. These guys actually appeared that way.
that horror project,
right? Like it came out that they dropped multiple F-bombs in their revealing of this whole thing. And I was like, the first time it happened, I was like, oh, that's kind of, you don't expect that from an EA, representative, an EA dev. And then they started doing it more, and I was like, oh, wait, I think these guys just kind of get it. I think they understand what Battlefield should have been the entire time. And so I was at odds with myself, because I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like these guys are cool. This looks awesome. I'm very excited for this. And then in the back of my mind, it's going but it's EA. Think about EA, right? They came out and said that they want this game to make a $700 million or some crazy number this past week. Or no, it was 100 million players. That was the number. They think that this game is going to get to 100 million players, which is insane to say.
That's a lot of sales.
Yeah.
You mapped that out, EA?
Yeah, it was a very, I found myself super conflicted, and at the end of the day, I'm incredibly excited for it. I watched the entire almost 4-hour multiplayer reveal where they had 400 streamers or something that were invited and flown out for a 3 or 4 day event, which is not cheap whatsoever.
No.
And I really want to play it. It looks super fun. Everything they showed on all those streamers streaming the actual game looked awesome. So we'll see, because we can play this next week. Next weekend we'll have played it. There's an open beta. There's an early access, and then there's an open beta, and then I think there's a second open beta later in August is how they're structuring it, and then the full game will launch in October. October 10th, I think, is launch for this. So right there in the fall sweet spot. But yeah, it looks fucking awesome. And they're saying all the right things. You do not have to log into EA's app if you buy it on Steam. It just boots the game. It just like you just play it. You just you're just in it.
Thank you. Oh
yeah.
my God, please.
They don't want to do any what was the exact quote? They said they are committed to quote grounded skins to keep players immersed.
I like that a lot too.
Yeah.
No Lady Gagas.
So you're not gonna see Nicki Minaj or Lady Gaga or Superman.
Yeah. Beavis and Buttheads. And,
yeah, Beavis and Butthead flying
really
around.
Buff,
No
really
Ninja
buff
Turtles?
Peter Griffins.
Yeah. You're not gonna see any of that. They're gonna keep it grounded and you know, militaristic in design. I think there's like a pre-order skin where it's just like
That's
a darker
cool, dude.
skin.
I love that approach. I love going back to classes. I love like this. This is everything I've heard about this so far is kind of like, oh, this is all the stuff I kind of like to see from it. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, I really didn't like the direction of the last one, and a lot of the things I didn't like, they're kind of changing course on. So,
yep.
Cool.
Everyone played it. Said it was fantastic. I haven't really seen too much harsh criticism of it. I think a couple people are worried about like hit registration, but they're going off of videos. So we'll see how it actually feels when they get into it. But looks awesome. And you can blow up a ton of shit. Maybe the best thing it has going for it, I didn't think I was going to be into it when it started, but in this trailer that's playing right now that's muted, they used Limp Bizkit. And I was like, I groaned at the beginning of it. And then I was like, wait a minute. Nope. Limp Bizkit break stuff kind of makes a lot of fucking sense.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I was going to say, is that a rolling?
You'll be loving this shit right here.
Yep. It's a remix, so it's a little bit like slowed down and all that. But when he like slams down with the sledgehammer, that's like when the I want to break
Give me
stuff.
some to break.
Yeah, give me some to break hits, and you're like, yep, I'm okay. I was around when that was.
You know
the
what?
rage.
You know what? I too would like to break some shit.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
it definitely worked. It definitely worked real well. So
Would have worked for Donkey Kong Bonanza too.
I could have seen Limp Bizkit go well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo should have done that first. They really should.
A little
Oh
Pauline
my God,
cover.
that would've been
of-
awesome.
I could, dude.
Pauline cover. of Fred
Okay.
Durst.
The
Yeah.
guitarist in a Donkey Kong suit, he would totally pull that off.
Oh, that's
He would-
right. Yeah, because he did used to
Yes.
dress up
Wes
as Monkey.
Borland
Yes,
is amazing.
Borland, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I love
and
him.
he'd do it in a heartbeat.
Limp Bizkit's great.
Oh, dude, Wes Borland is one of the best guitarists out there.
Oh, totally,
Amazing.
totally. He was absolutely like one of the best talents of that
Completely
era.
legendary.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
$3 Bill Y'all, classic album. I love that album.
Yep.
Same,
I agree.
Same.
I can't lie. I love $3 bill, yo.
It's very interesting how like new metal got so much shit when it was new, right? When it was out there, and now we all look back and we're like, no, that shit was pretty good.
I loved it. I loved it from day one. Korn was one of
Korn.
my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah,
Korn
they were
absolutely.
at Lollapalooza.
My man, did we just become best friends?
I saw Korn was at Lollapalooza last night.
Dude, it is so wild. The what is it? Head? He has so many weird TikToks these days. It's
Oh,
so strange
yes.
seeing. It's so strange seeing. Every time I see him, I just it's all I think about, of course. But I see him making these weird TikToks. I'm just like, it's a strange timeline.
That's a very strange timeline. Yeah, a very strange
man.
timeline.
One of the great vocal performers of all time. Alongside Peter Maynard's Tool and everything.
Jonathan Davis, yeah, man.
My God, Maynard mentioned. Oh my God, I love you, Gene.
I love that era of music, man. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I play guitar.
I mean, we're practically the same age, man, so like I get it.
We are the same age. Yeah, you can play guitars in the background or something. I don't know.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Going through news in terms of numbers, some fun numbers out of Nintendo. 5.82 million Switch 2 units already sold, which is kind of crazy. More interesting number for me is Mario Kart World, the like killer app for it, launch is 5.6 million units sold. So only 200,000 people that I don't know what they're playing on the Switch too. Maybe they were waiting for Donkey Kong. But yeah, they were the only ones not to Switch it. Or not to buy it, rather. If you're curious, the first Nintendo Switch is at 153 million units sold. So just a small number there out of Nintendo for that. Final Fantasy announced that they have crossed over 200 million units sold worldwide in the Final Fantasy series. They're at 203 million units. That's all Final Fantasy IP. So that's a big ass number. I like this game a lot, and I really enjoyed the dev. Sea of Stars said their developer, Sabotage, which really led to an interesting headline, going back to headlines, they announced that it was 7 times more successful than anticipated. So I'm glad that they were able to, get some products sold out there. The headline in question was Sea of Stars was 7 times more successful than anticipated, more from developer Sabotage. Kind of
developer Sabotage.
It kind of doesn't make, it's a little bit awkward. Yeah. Ko, I saw you tweeting about this. The old Bioshock.
Man, yeah. That was really unfortunate.
The 4th game in the Bioshock series has been in development for more than a decade. Jason Schreier, reporting over at Bloomberg.com, that it was that the people making it left?
Cloud Imperium. I think they were having all sorts of issues. I think there were multiple different issues. Cloud Chamber, thank you. There are multiple different issues over the years. But yeah, it's just not good, man.
Yeah.
It's just
it failed a review by executives at 2K Games. The people said the people, quote, who were not authorized to discuss private information and asked not to be identified. The game's narrative was identified as an area that was particularly in need of improvement and will be revamped in the coming months. Subsequently, they ousted studio head Kelly Gilmore and moved creative director Hogarth de la Plante, or Planta probably, to a publishing role. In an all-hands meeting, Cloud Chamber staff were told that the company needs to become more agile and efficient, leading to worries that more layoffs may follow. Yeah. So
not good.
Bioshock's doing great. Smile. Just not doing
and
well.
We'll always have Judas eventually in the year 2034, probably. At some point.
Yeah. Whenever Ken decides to
Thanks, Ken.
finish that. We saw that was that this year or was that last year where we saw footage for that? I think that was last year. It's been a while.
I don't remember, yeah.
Yeah. It's been a hot minute.
Oh yeah.
Since we've done that. This is a interesting one. Eurogamer is reporting that Warner Brother Games is working on another live service game, despite the Suicide Squad flop. They have posted a new job for an executive producer at WB Games Montreal, which includes mention of development, quote, from concept to post-launch live operations. And the experience required includes, quote, deep understanding of the full game development lifecycle, including live services. While the game isn't specified, it will be a, quote, high-quality AAA game based on one of the iconic IPs from the vast Warner Brothers and DC Comics catalog.
You know what I think it is?
What's that?
I think it's another Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
I think they should. I think they should make another one. I think they should make another live service Suicide Squad game. Just like the movies, right?
God.
You know what? That'd be a good idea, but I'm going to one-up you here. They should remake Suicide Squad.
Remastered? Well, I guess it'd be remake,
Round
not
up.
remastered.
Remake.
Readjusted.
Readjusted.
Readjusted, yeah.
Readjusted.
Readjusted.
Yeah, there you go. Just add a couple EDs on that. It'll work itself out. Yeah. For those not aware, WB
Maybe
Games. What? We got a name?
Maybe maybe a Peacemaker game.
I mean, a Peacemaker live service? I don't know. Maybe.
It's a live service.
I mean,
that's
wait a second.
My bad.
Now hold up. Peacemaker's the one with John Cena, right?
With what? With John Cena? Yeah.
Is that the one with John Cena? If they actually got him involved.
Well, season 2 of that launches this month.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying most of the time we see when the game comes out, it's like completely different people, different takes. Like look at Guardian of the Galaxy. Like it'd be wild if they actually got an actor.
Crystal Dynamics Avengers, remember? Like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. For those not aware, WB Games Montreal previously developed Gotham Knights, which was not a live service, but it was indeed a flop for the company.
It's not good.
As Eurogamer writes, 99 developers were laid off from that studio in December of last year, and now they're starting to ramp up on the next project. So I don't know if this is like a directive from somewhere, tying in the DC universe that James Gunn has kicked off now this summer, or maybe it could be like a Justice Gang thing. That'd be kind of fun. You play as like the B and C tier members of the Justice Gang. I don't know. I don't know what it could be, but
Hey, Nathan Fillion has done video game voice acting before, so he'd be perfect.
he has. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Guy Gardner game. I love that.
Chad is actually kind of winning me over with this point and saying they want to copy Marvel Rivals. And so it'd be like an
DC Rivals?
like an Overwatch DC game.
Sure.
I could see that.
Do you think if
how
they
big is
just
their
made-
library? Like DC's pretty big, but they don't have a lot of really well-known names.
Yeah, it depends on like how deep you want. Like you could make like Polka Dot Man, right? Like that's a character from DC. So
Yeah,
you could go pretty
true.
deep with that stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
There's also
Mr. Mix-a-Pitlick.
yeah, exactly.
Mixelplix, yeah.
Mixelplix,
Or
yeah.
however you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mixelplix.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we'll
Do
find
you
out.
think that if they
2 or 3
just
years.
made a DC version of Marvel Rivals, that it would succeed?
I don't know. I feel like that's hard because with Marvel, the like big Marvel characters have like weaknesses, but if you put Superman in a game, I don't know, like, do you say that there's kryptonite in the air so he can be hurt? Like, how do you?
I think you have
got
to
to
handle
introduce
it-
some
I-
bullshit.
I think you have to handle it like Mortal Kombat handles it. It's like, Homelander's in that, and he's pretty much invulnerable to everything. But they just say like, oh, punches will hurt him,
Yeah.
and that's it. They don't really explain why, but punches hurt, knives hurt. He can get stabbed and stuff, even though in the actual media he can't be hurt by much of anything.
Yeah.
So I think they just have to overlook it. It's like, yeah, Superman can be punched and it'll hurt by Aquaman or whoever the fuck.
True.
That's what they did in Injustice. They gave everyone super pills, so
Right.
they're all as strong as
Oh.
Superman.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Who knows what it could be?
Right.
Well, I'm 2 or 3 years from now, we'll see it at a Summer Game Fest event, I'm sure. Speaking of events, THQ did an event on Friday, kind of a stealth event. I didn't know this was going on till it was.
Oh, I didn't know it happened.
Yeah, it was happening, and that's when I first heard about it. I think you watched all of the trailers, right? You were sponsored for the THQ event. Quick
I loved it.
rundown. Yeah, what do you
Dude.
think?
So first of all, the show itself was pretty, like, it was a great run of show. It was a real kind of darker vibe, which was kind of wild. Like it had some very interesting music selection.
Okay.
There was a game that had some pretty serious body horror, like Reanimal. There was this game that had this very strange, like almost traumatic trailer, and I'd seen the game in the past, but this was the first time I had seen it like in this context, and that is the something of Goldman. It's the side-scrolling Goldman game. That
yes.
blew me away. That was wild. Then they showed a brand new game called Fate Keeper, which looks to be a first-person, like, immersive medieval warrior or combat game. Looked great.
Oh.
Apparently made by 10 people. Darksiders 4 got announced. Titan Quest 2 EA got shadow dropped.
Wait,
I mean,
Darksiders 4? What the fuck?
Yep.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like it was
Wow.
it was a pretty serious show, man, and like
Wow.
it was a lot of fun. And they didn't have any hosts. It was just boom, 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 right to the next thing, right to the next thing. And dude,
Yeah,
if
this
you
Goldman game
watch
was
the
sick,
trailer they
too.
showed, no, watch this one with the audio, and especially like it's just weird. Like the whole trailer is about the wife of Goldman, and she's like screaming at her child about how he never came home from his adventures, and it
What
gets
the
to the
fuck?
point where she like passes out or something, and he's like, "Mom, I'm sorry, Mom," and it like fades out on that. It's so weird. And meanwhile, it's showing this like platformer in the background. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
what the fuck?
That's awesome.
so yeah,
Wow.
it was cool. Air Alex says we saw the trailer at a festival. I think we saw the trailer.
We've seen
I
it
don't think
before,
we saw it
but-
with the audio.
No,
I think the
it
audio
was
was brand
more
new
lighthearted.
because the audio was a very it was disturbing. It was a weird angle. I didn't even have any idea that game was going in.
Yeah.
So there was some Gothic 1 stuff. Gothic 1 looks to be chugging along as well, which is awesome. That's one of my most anticipated titles, the Gothic 1 remake. And there was also, for those that are interested in the Guild, they announced this game called the Guild, I think 1408 or something. And yeah, apparently it looked like I'm not into it, but the people that were watching it said it looked fantastic. That like that kind of stuff. So
Is
they
the
seem super
Guild
into it. 1410.
Felicia? Is that Felicia Day's old thing?
I do not know.
Is that the same
Europa
thing?
1410 is what it's called. Thank you.
Oh, okay. No, chat's saying that's
Yeah.
not related whatsoever.
Oh, and then just to top it all off, it's opened with a SpongeBob.
Yeah, I saw that.
And guess who was headlining the SpongeBob ad?
I actually want
panel-
the two of them to
panel
guess.
of almost 40-year-old.
Don't spoil it,
guys.
Co. Let them guess.
I'm not going to. who, and I'm going to say this, who as some children of the 80s do you think would headline the SpongeBob game trailer premiere? And let me say, it showed the game, and then it would cut to them in a toga, essentially singing an operatic rendition of the SpongeBob theme. What are your guesses? think names from around there that might
Jack
you might
Black.
like. No. Older. We're gonna play older.
Well,
Younger.
the chat is spoiling it, so I can't guess now.
Oh, okay. Any ideas, Gene?
I guess the chat is saying Hasselhoff.
There you go.
Mr. Hasselhoff himself, yeah.
Thank you, chat, for ruining that.
Yeah.
But anyway, David Hasselhoff of every.
Oh, it's
single
actually him.
human-
Holy shit, his
It's
face.
actually him. I didn't even know it was
What the hell?
him. He dances. He like does little things. He has a whole number.
Wait,
of
the
all
game actually looks
people.
pretty good too.
It was very weird.
He's isn't he like 80 or you're getting close. He's an old dude. And he
He's
looks
old.
fantastic. He was dancing and moving around.
It looks great.
doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
doing
this
the
game actually looks
voiceover.
pretty cool too.
Yeah, I don't have the biggest, I guess,
74.
love of
Thank you.
SpongeBob, but
74.
I think I was too old for it when it came out.
Same.
But yeah,
Same here.
We were Ren and Stimpy kids.
yes,
You were
yes.
Ren and Stimpy kids.
I
Yeah,
was Ren and Stimpy.
Yep.
Ren and Stimpy, Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh,
Beavis
Rocco's
and
Modern
Butthead as
Life,
well.
man.
Yeah, it kinda fits in
Rocco's
there.
Modern Oh yeah, a little Beavis and Butthead there.
Yep.
That was for the edge. For the nights we were feeling particularly edgy.
Oh yeah, if you pre-order, by the way, you can see SpongeBob's butt.
Oh my god,
And,
that's disgusting.
and Patrick's butt
Patrick's
holding a
butt.
flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's pretty.
Wait, this game looks
And
actually
then-
cool though. I'm actually.
It does look pretty
With
cool.
Some mayo.
Yeah. Does look pretty. This is just a fever dream, though.
It really is, dude.
So it was
Wow.
only like 35 minutes long or something.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
the
not that long,
showcase is
and
like
it's
30
totally
minutes.
worth the watch, man. It's
What
really
a
fast.
showcase! Yeah.
I don't
I
know
gotta
if
hold up.
you-
I'll watch it later.
I don't know
Sure.
if you
Yeah.
can get to the Fate Seeker one. Doesn't need audio, but man,
Did
I
they
tell
close
you,
with that?
No. I don't think so.
Is that it?
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Was that the last thing? Oh yeah, no. Chat's
Oh,
the last
this is
one.
Darksiders.
It ends with
Oh
Darksiders,
no,
yeah.
they closed with
This
Darksiders.
is
4
this
now.
is Fate Keeper right here.
Here we go. Yeah, look at this, man. This looks like
What the hell?
legit.
Yeah, it's like a UE5 Skyrim type thing. Looks
It
good.
has it at one point they were showing the interface, had like full inventory, full spell system. The whole thing has this really cool narrator, like talking this weird ass language. Like it seems pretty involved. Could be a lot of fun.
Yep.
A lot of fun. Showed lots of gameplay too, which was
The
yeah. They said 10 people team. Don't ever put any stock in that. That's marketing bullshit. It was not made by 10 people. You have no idea how many people that was contracted, that was involved. 10 people is part of the core studio, is what that should say. But we have no idea how many people worked on the project.
Yeah. The Titan Quest stuff did actually launch into early access. I saw you played, at least on Steam, I saw you played about 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, that was the second half of the sponsor.
Yeah.
The first was watching the show, second half was Titan Quest. Oh, fine. It felt good.
I put 8 hours into it. I finished it. It's fucking good. I
found my little spin to win, and I was there, dude.
I was playing a lightning character. Very good. I will say it's I think it's $25. Maybe it's 23 or something on sale, or 21 on sale. It's got about 6 hours of like story in it. So if you're looking for a lot of content right now, that's not going to have the meat of it in. They're going to be updating, and I think they said every 3 months is what they're looking to keep up with the content in that. But yeah, it's only got about like six-ish hours, but it does feel very good. If you've played old school Titan Quest, very much mimics that feel. It also looks really, really good. It's UE5. The performance was pretty good. I had like a crash or two while I was playing, and that was it. But had a good time with it. If you're looking for a ARPG to dive into, kind of, what would you say, Co? Like a Path of Exile 1 blend with like PoE 2 graphics, D4 graphics. Like, where would you?
A little bit. I mean, it's early.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I'd say there's a little bit of Last Epoch in there as well, with the skills.
Sure.
The way that those work. But no, the thing about it that's the most important. It feels really good to play. My thing, I wish it was a little bit quicker. I know that we need to play more until we get down, but just the general move speed, I felt like a lot of times I was like kind of running between encounters. But again, it was really early game, so who knows how fast it'll be at the end. Yeah, I mean, it's a very solid new entry. That's for sure. And if the story and everything looks as good as they're making it, it's going to be great for at least a full playthrough, if not more.
Yeah. Oh, the story, the bosses are actually really cool.
Are they?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
They were looking good when I saw them. I didn't actually get to one, but that's good to hear.
There's a couple, because it is, like, to re-mention it, it is a Unreal Engine 5 game. So some of those rooms that you walk into, there's game opens with like threads of fate and the fates, the Greek mythology fates. And there are some rooms later on in that game where they're incredibly visually impressive, just walking around, seeing the lighting at work in a lot of those environments. So
also, not sure how turned on you are to it, Zeke. I'm pretty sure you already fully know about it, but Reanimal is basically Little Nightmares body horror.
Yeah.
Like their trailer was.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
give it a
man,
look.
it's cooking. That game is looking something. It's looking something.
Yeah, that game looks fucked up, I'll say it. It looks properly fucked up.
This was honestly the only game that I really was not sold on. Okay, this is a game that you remember when we had Warren Spector on the show and he told us all about his new multiplayer thieving game?
Yeah.
Where it's like multiple people are in the same level. This is kind of like that, except it's, from what I understand, asynchronous, and it's based on decision. So other people play through the levels, and as you play through, you see what they did, and then you can decide what to do based on it. But the thing is like the trailer asked a lot of questions and didn't answer many. So like I don't really know if it's gonna be good or like what's the loop. Yeah. So, but this is one of those games where it's like it definitely didn't get me hyped for it. It's definitely like I need to know a lot more, but it does. I'm interested to know more. But the trailer was a bit confusing.
Yeah.
That's cool. You guys had Warren Spector on. That's somebody I'd love to.
Oh yeah, just a humble. Yeah, just old Mr. Spector. He's
dude,
nice guy.
My de facto favorite game of all time before Cyberpunk 2077 was Deus Ex the original. So that was a
totally the first Deus Ex was mind blowing. It was like it was like my first drop of LSD, man. It was awesome.
Agreed, big time.
It was a lot of fun to talk to for sure. Yeah, what's his game's? Is that Thick as Thieves? Isn't that his new game?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. We're watching that one too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's kind of it for big news. We'll probably have some more news today coming out of the fighting game community. I think Sea Viper was just announced for any Street Fighter 6 folk out there. The teaser trailer at least was shown. Evo is raging on. The Guilty Gear Grand Finals are currently up. So we might even get some what is that Marvel Tokon? I think Tokon. Forgot how you say it. But that stuff's probably going to be happening later today. They've been touting a bunch of announcements and all that stuff, so we'll cover that stuff next week. If there's anything huge dropped, that's kind of it for game news. Grounded 2 was the big game this week. Co, you stopped your playthrough?
I did stop my playthrough.
But
yes,
not,
I stopped my playthrough of Grounded 2.
But because of a bug, right? That's a stupid thing. Because of an issue
bug,
with the
not
game.
An in-game bug. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not really. It's not like a major issue by any mean, but it is preventing me from being able to like build my base. And the issue.
Yeah. Can you describe what it is?
Sure. So I chose to build in one of the most common areas, which is right in front of like the first lab. And I learned in my Grounded 1 playthrough I recently did that if I'm going to build like a very flimsy interior building, I needed to build a wall. I was like, great, that's what I'm gonna do this time. So I got attacked a few times while I'm building this thing, and the way that they work, especially on this difficulty, is they send like larger enemies, but also these little tiny enemies that just basically move into their base as far as you can, then just explode and like do as much damage to everything as possible. It's really rude. So right now in the game, there is a particular dirt rock, a dirt thing, mound, we'll call it, and it's everywhere. All over the place, just randomly. And this one dirt mound apparently has erroneous colliders that doesn't prevent things in a rather large radius being built around or on it. And the problem is that everything else is. And what that's done is in this area that I built, there's like a good amount of these dirt mound things kind of around the periphery, and I can't build a wall. So what's happened is like I spent like an hour building this like massive outer wall, and there were these few spots where I was like, oh, I'll come back to this. And then I really started like play with them and to see what I could do. And like, I can't connect areas. So if I get attacked, there's going to be like these funnels into my base where these little enemies can run in.
Yeah.
And the thing is I was just going to kind of, play through it and stuff and deal with it. But the Obsidian has a bug tracker up. They're already like doing all this. The bug has already been fixed. And on top of that, there was a hot fix 2 days ago, and they said, hey, not only are we hotfixing it today, but we have a major in all caps patch coming next week. Stay tuned. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait for that because I am emphatically addicted to the other game I'm playing right now. Yeah. So yeah, the timing was okay. I'd probably still be playing Grounded if I wasn't playing AF, but yeah, I just figured I'd wait.
Yeah.
Let it cook a little more.
Content wise,
it's awesome.
Played
Grounded
to where you're at right now. Like how much more content? I know there's 5 tiers, four tiers.
So there's 5 tiers that are going. There's 5 tiers. 3 are in.
There's only 3.
Yes, but I think that's it. And I don't even know if you can get tier 3. I think you may only be able to cap out at tier 2 right now. So they are very much still working on all of that. Even though that's all there is, though, the amount of area that's already available is equal to the size of Grounded 1. It's not as POI rich, but it is large, and it kind of needs to be with the speed of the mounts being kind of the new default speed.
It's very fast, yeah.
It's very fast. Yeah, it's pretty good. But there's a huge amount to do. I mean, I've been playing for, I want to say 8-ish hours, and I am not through the main story by any means. I've heard there's a good amount left, and I've only explored maybe half, if even. So lot of content in here right now, for sure. Even though there is a long way to go to.
Yeah. I mean, they're very much touting it as early access, just like Grounded 1 was as well. They'll be adding a massive amount to this. I was surprised that I actually could play this. I don't know why. I don't. Chat said that when I played Grounded 1 really early in early access, that third-person mode didn't exist.
Oh, no, it didn't.
And that made a lot of sense because I immediately swapped to third person in this, and the spiders I'm fine with them. I don't have arachnophobia mode
Oh,
on.
because they're not coming down onto you.
Yeah.
They're coming down onto. Oh, interesting.
And so I was able to play
there you
just
go.
fine. I mean, it's still like spooky when you're walking in the middle of the.
Oh, that's spooky for me, man. I
in the
have no
grass,
spiders.
and you see two red eyes look at you from afar, and then it starts like skittering towards you. But yeah, that's
just
just
spooky.
that's just because it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was able to play fine. I had a pretty good time with it. So it actually made me
Awesome.
kind of want to go back and play the first one because that also has third person, and that's like content
The
complete.
first one, that I just wrapped up a Grounded 1 playthrough.
Yeah.
Easily the best state of any survival game currently in terms of the total package.
Yeah.
No question. Like QOL, performance, features, like technically it's such a great game right now. In a wonderful place.
Yeah, as my chat's pointing out, the only thing that scared me in the game was there was a bug. Sorry, I have to say there was an issue in the game. Saying
Insect,
a bug
there
is,
was an actual bug.
yeah, there's an issue with the game because I was playing co-op with 4 people that it removed the name tag of my friends, and so I would be like down in a cave or something like that, and one of my friends would just like come around the corner just as a little person with no name tag, no anything, and it would always jump scare the shit out of me because they would have like a torch or something, and I just didn't know what the fuck it was. Right, I'm on the lookout for insects and whatnot, and it's just nope. That's Faye just running away from 30 ants in a hallway without a name tag. So, yeah, definitely something I want to revisit though.
While we're chatting about this though, just in case anyone is getting exposed to Grounded 2 for the first time, one thing we do need to mention though is this game is rife with performance issues right now.
It doesn't run that well.
Yeah, this is not a immediately go buy game currently in its current state. This is a go make sure your system can run it first before. Yeah, they're working on it. Obviously, it's EA, but it's pretty rough right now.
Yeah. Didn't I was getting 60 FPS, 60 FPS and lower at 4K. I had to put it down to medium to get like 80 to 100 FPS. So. Anyways, you're into Abiotic Factor. You're all in now in 1.0.
So hard.
Yeah.
Abiotic Factor is one of the coolest survival games I've ever played.
Wasn't that? Didn't we play that co-op like in early access or something?
We did.
We
Yeah.
did, and it's like a completely different game now.
Really?
But I mean, it is. It is. I have played this now for like 20-ish hours, probably maybe a little bit more. I mean, it is doing so many things that are kind of unique to this style of game. While at the same time, all the stuff it does is like a really good interpretation of it. Of course, it has problems, and there's some weird bugs here and there. They're having some issues with their hotfixes, but overall, it's not only been a wildly fun game to play, but the story and everything is crazy interesting. It's like rooted kind of in real science. They use like real sciencey terminology, and like everything is. It feels very well thought out. As you're moving through it. And also on top of that, the level in this, you're basically playing Half-Life 1 as a Dark Souls world in a survival sandbox.
Huh.
And what I mean by that is like, they have crafted this world to where you start an office, you kind of methodically work through that, you unlock a tram, which then kind of circles around. While you're doing this, you're opening all these shortcuts and all these different entrances back to the beginning. You tram yourself to the next area, work your way back to office, open up new shortcuts, find zip lines. All of a sudden, you now have a vehicle. Like it's this constant discovery, constant progression, constant.
That sounds very rewarding.
It's so rewarding. This game is a dopamine simulator. There's so many little things that are happening all the time. Be it your dishes going off. Every time you use anything, you're gaining experience in that skill. Maybe it's going to level. You're going to get new perks. There's like a whole, like the QOL and base building is pretty great as well. So you can like set up little bases everywhere. There's like, or not at all. If you don't want to, you can set up like little mobile fobs and kind of just keep moving forward. The full story is also pretty interesting and offers a lot of different ways to play too. So you can do like stealthy melee. You can do like range. You can do throwing. I just discovered throwing, which has been a lot of fun. But the thing about it is it's just huge. I mean, again, I've been playing this game like 20 hours and people are telling me I'm still like basically in the first 20% of the game.
Yeah,
it just keeps going.
I was about to ask that because how do I say this? I was in a different environment is where I got in terms of my playtime in the game. Have you
Also,
done?
real quick, look at the mouth in game when I talk.
Oh, it's got VoIP.
Oh,
Like the mouth thing.
I purposefully
don't you
leave
remember that from the
my
co-op?
in-game VoIP on solo. So every time I'm in my inventory, my character just talks along with me, whatever I'm saying.
That's
like
cool.
I'm a VTuber.
yeah, you're like a VTuber. Yeah.
You look like a VTuber.
I'm seriously no. Well, I almost did this. I was going to fire up the stream with this green screened out, and I was going to VTube from my Abiotic Factor character. So I was going to run a second instance and just have that, like move him left and right and do the little mouth and everything.
You should.
But yeah. No, not, I already spoiled it. Not gonna be funny
It'd still be funny.
now.
It'll still be fun.
It'd still be fun. Yeah. So
But anyway, it's really cool.
you're still in the office then.
I am in the office.
Okay.
I have unlocked manufacturing, and I've just now started, I think, to be somewhat done with manufacturing. And for reference, for those that kind of understand the progression, I just unlocked the tram. That's the last thing I did. I haven't explored the tram area yet.
Yeah, you are early.
Yeah, I've just unlocked the tram. I don't even know, I don't know how to make solder. Like I just found Frake and those guys. So it's yeah, that's where we are right now. So
Cool.
it's freaking great, and I'm loving every second.
Fantastic.
That's
I'm trying to think. Oh, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound also came out this week. I did a sponsored stream for the 1.0 of that. Zeke, I think you did a sponsored stream for the demo.
I did. Yep.
Did you play 1.0 at all?
I have not yet. No.
So I did the first 2 hours of it, and there was levels not in the demo, and then I finished it off stream. That game's fucking awesome.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice. Okay.
That is a fantastic game that you should definitely play if you have any nostalgia for Ninja Gaiden, but also just want a good side scroller. And the fucking bosses are hard. Like the levels are not that bad for me. A lot of them are kind of like what was it Celeste? Was Celeste the one that had a lot of like movement based side scrolling? Yeah. There's a lot of like a lot of movement stuff where you can like, circle and get around the level. Those are not too bad, but the bosses, I spent like 50 minutes on one of them. Just like constantly retrying over and over and over and over and like learning the different cycles and the rotations and all that stuff. It's really, really fun. I think it's only like $20 or $25. So definitely worth checking out. I think it also reviewed, if you put any credit in review scores, it's like at a 86 or 85 Metacritic right now. So doing well out there. Zeke,
I just started last night. Really.
Oh, you
good.
did? How many levels are you into it?
I am just past 4 or 5, I think.
Oh,
So,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that you're collecting the crystals then.
Yes, collecting crystals. I want to upgrade my skill tree more. Enjoying the new mechanics. A lot of mechanics.
There
a lot
is
more than
surprisingly a lot of mechanics.
I expected.
Yeah.
Surprisingly a lot of mechanics. And I also previewed Shinobi, which is a much different game.
I heard that was really good though.
Excellent. I love it. It might be more my vibe, but then that's not to discount what Ragebound does amazing, which is like just be a really, really good quick action like side scroller. Shinobi is more of a beat 'em up, basically. More of a brawler. Much more combo centric, whereas Ragebound is like bat. You want to like bounce off these enemies. You want to hit them. You want to keep moving through the level. Unfortunately, I am playing it on the Switch 2.
Ragebound on the Switch 2?
The problem with that is that it is still running the Switch 1 version, which runs at 30 frames per second.
I heard
and
about
for some
that.
reason, it does not run at 60 frames per second on the Switch 2, which the developer kind of like made a PR statement that it would be like upscale or like it would take advantage of the Switch 2 specs. It does not.
Yeah.
It looks kind of bad. Normally, I don't care about 30 FPS, but this is like a really fast-moving side scroller,
kinda want it.
especially with you want the levels to be scrolling at 60 FPS at least, but that doesn't even happen. So, like, I think I might have to just buy it on PC instead.
You might have to, yeah.
It kind of hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Well, there's the like waterfall level. I don't know if you got to that area yet, but even the waterfall level like runs at a weird FPS in the background. So and it looks odd at 60. I wonder if it looks normal at 30. I don't know if
I wonder. Yeah, no. Now I'll probably hit it just to see it out. You know, I bought the Switch version because Ninja Gaiden was an NES series, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, and it's not like a powerhouse of a game, so it should run at 60.
It'll be just fine.
Yeah, it should run at 60. It's just a pixel game, you know. It should run at 60 on the Switch 1, you know. So I don't understand what happened there.
Yeah,
kind of dropped the
wild.
Yeah, it is a little bit odd for that as well.
Yeah.
Buyer beware if you got to switch to. It's not going to run that well.
Yeah, it was hurting my mind's eye. So
fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah.
Wow.
It's very good. I think that's kind of everything I've been playing. Zeke, you been playing any new? What have you been up to?
I've been playing. Well, I did my indie day, of course, but last week was pretty much taken up with Shenmue. I finally
Shenmue 1
through. I played through Shenmue 1, dude.
Yeah.
And
first time?
Yeah, first time ever. Yeah. It was for a 100-month sub game, and I only ever guarantee one day. Like you get one stream, but it was fun enough where I was like, I want to see like where like the love for this and reverence for this comes from. And I get it. Like it was a precursor to like the Yakuza games and like all the RGG games and stuff like that. And it was
precursor to a ton of shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. Some of the mechanics in there, like while some are really just, I'm glad we don't do that all the time. Like there's a lot of time wasted, like a lot of disrespecting your gamer time, like playing the game, because you'll get done with the thing and it's like, okay, now you've given me 3 things that I can do to waste my time in Shenmue or to spend my time, because I can't go to bed and go on to the next day until 8 p.m. or whatever. So at like 4 p.m. you get done with stuff. You're like, I got 4 in-game hours, which is not real hours, but it's 4 in-game hours to do. Like, and you just have to sit there and go like, well, how much more not ActRaiser, how much more oh god, I forgot the name of the game.
Hang on or whatever.
Hang On or Space Harrier, that's what it was.
Space Harrier, yeah, shit.
Yeah, you can play how much Hang On or Space Harrier can I actually play before I get sick of it? Turns out not a lot. You can play the darts game, which is really rudimentary. You can play the punch game, which is really repetitive and way too long and boring. And like seriously, it's just like you're sitting there just going doop 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 doop. So what I end up doing is just going around and talking to people until the time is up, until I can go back to bed and go on to the next day. But that's actually kind of fun, but you end up talking to everybody multiple times. But that's the best part about Shenmue, was like the dialogue. It was great. And I fully recommend, this is not something I normally do, but like I 100% recommend you play it in English, because the localization, the translation is fucking hilarious at times. It is so goddamn funny. And like the voice acting in it, you've got a range of people who are like trying way too hard, and then you got people who are trying not at all. It's like, hey bud, I need you to come in the studio. Yeah, we just need you to say a couple lines real quick. I'm saying my lines from Shenmue, and that's when I guess my time here is done. All right, there you go. Here's your sandwich or whatever you give them. Get out of here. Like seriously, it just runs the gamut of emotions. It's so great. But I ended up playing it, and I didn't know there's 2 memes that you know from that game. Do you know where I can find some sailors and forklifts? There's the 2 biggest memes from that. And I understand why the sailors one was, and I understand why the forklift was, because the forklifting part of that game is about 25% of the game. It's a fucking crazy amount of that game is racing and stacking shit with a forklift. Now, I looked up the speed run for it, and the speed run is not much better. It's 6.5 hours to do the speed run of the game. Now, they have mods for it, which I fully recommend. If you're going to play it, get the mod. Do yourself a fucking favor. The mod that you can just make the clock go.
Oh yeah,
just move time forward. Because that takes the speed run down to 3.5 hours.
Nice.
But yeah,
There's also Tom Johnson, the black dude in Shenmue.
Hot Dog Tom.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Hot Dog Tom? He's got 3 different accents. He's Japanese, Jamaican, and I think Indian. Like from India.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's also Indian too.
3 different accents at the same time. And you'd think like if you play the game, you understand it's like, oh shit, it is. It's all of those accents at once.
Yeah, this Rastafarian Indian white dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
Okay.
But yeah, Hot Dog Tom is great. That's right. I also played. That's another one that I really would like to mention. That was really good that I didn't mention because we haven't had a show for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we haven't.
It's a little point and click from a developer and publisher called Powerhoof called The Drifter. It's
I've heard about this. Yeah.
I have heard about it.
Everyone heard
Good
about this.
reaction.
Yep.
It is really, really good. It is superbly voice acted. It's something that point and clicks have trouble doing is making it like a little bit more intense, a little bit more fast paced, a little bit more like, like a feeling of like urgency. This has that at times. It does have, point and click, but the story flows very nicely. It doesn't have a lot of like jumps and leaps in logic or anything like that.
It's also
there's a few like, go ahead.
Fully voice acted.
Absolutely. Fully voice acted.
That's why I'm gonna play that game eventually.
And it's fully voice acted very well and mostly Australian. If you like that.
Even better. Oh, even better.
Nice.
This looks great, Zeke. I love the art.
It is fantastic. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's only like 9-10 hours long.
Oh, I'm getting it now.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's honestly, I would absolutely recommend it if you like point and clicks. This one moves along pretty fast, and I will say, if you want to relax, it works very well with controller.
Oh, nice! Even better.
It's controller integrated in a way that is very comfortable.
Gives me like serious Full Throttle vibes.
Yeah. But it's very good, very, very good voice acting. Cool story premise. Cool story idea. It has some what can I say? It has some timey-wimey kind of stuff to it. Timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly. It's in the blurb, so I'm not really spoiling anything. A murdered drifter awakens alive again seconds before his death. Hunted and haunted, help him untangle a mad web of conspiracy in this fast-paced point-and-click thrill ride. It really is. It's a fast-paced point-and-click. It's I can't recommend it enough. It's really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
Very cool.
I'm checking this out right now.
Is it on anything other than PC, Zeke? Do you know? Or is it PC only?
I am not sure.
Okay. I will look real quick. Let's do this to the Drifter.
Looks like it's on the Switch too. No kidding.
Boom!
Oh no,
Switch!
potential. It's PC only right now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Cool. Well, I think that's a show. We just had. I'm only bringing this up because of Ko just mentioning Cyberpunk. They just showed this at Evo, the brand new Guilty Gear Strive character, which was known, but.
Oh. What? That's right.
It's Lucy. Yeah.
Cool.
It's old Lucy, and she's in the game.
That's
being a badass.
Man, she looks amazing.
She's gonna really fit in that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah. It's got some interesting
stuff
going on, and they also use the music.
Oh no! Never mind. I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, no,
nope.
I'm
Nope.
good.
I don't know if it's a remix.
I had to take that song off my playlist, man.
I don't know if it's a remix or what, but I know that it was in there.
No, I'm good. I don't even want to think about the song.
You're right. You're right.
So
I'm just check out these awesome animations. Oh my god.
Yeah, Guilty Gear Strive still looks fucking insane. They also just announced Guilty Gear Strive 2.0, which is a thing that's coming next year. That is a part of season 5. So I don't know if that's like a full update or what, but yeah, it's pretty badass. It seems like Arc System Works is really fucking killing it with this and Marvel Tokon and all that stuff. They're doing well over there, and glad to hear it. So, like I said, more stuff happening at Evo. Zeke, are you gonna watch Evo this year? I got you hooked on it last year.
I've been watching it actually.
I was hoping you were gonna say that. Yeah.
No, I did. I watched the MK1 final. I watched the
Hell yeah, Sonic.
I don't remember the name of the games like fully, but it's like it had 4 names and it was ended with Rising. I watched that all the way through.
Last night. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
I watched there was a day 1 top 8 as well, but I can't remember the name of it. I watched that too. Oh, I think it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. Me and Strickland were watching that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched all that. And I'm gonna watch like as soon as the show ends, I'm gonna turn it on again.
Yeah, it's good shit.
It's hype as shit, man. It's like my sports now. It's like, hey, I'm rooting for something.
Gene, you said you were into fighting games once upon a time. Are you a rabid Evo watcher?
No, not so much.
Not so much?
I did
Okay.
kind of fantasize about competing in Evo. I might still once Virtua Fighter 6 drops because I'm a huge Virtua Fighter fan.
Yeah. Okay.
Virtua Fighter is Street Fighter and Virtua Fighter are 2 games that I definitely like quote unquote trained in, but definitely more Virtua Fighter. And the fact that Virtua Fighter is coming back just makes me so excited. So I might actually Virtua Fighter 5 Revo happened.
Right.
We revamped 5 to make it just so much better. So I started playing that, and I was really getting into the groove. I was like, oh, I remember how to play this. I remember what it takes to actually be good at this game. So I might flirt with that for a little bit, but we'll see.
Okay.
I'm also tired, so.
Hey, I get it. No, I get it. It's your birthday, man. Do whatever you want.
That's right, man. That's right.
Shit, yeah, I forgot it's your birthday. Go, get your favorite meal. Go get a favorite drink or whatever.
Exactly.
Live it up.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely having a
That's
nice big fat meal tonight. So.
Fantastic. Yeah. And I guess since we mentioned Evo, I think Justin Wong wanted to come on the show, so we might have him on next week.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's get Jay Wong on.
Talk to Jay Wong.
That'd be amazing.
He's a good pal and maybe one of the nicest people in the world. That guy is. I messaged him 2 days ago. He's in the middle of Evo. He's doing a billion fucking things, and I was just like, "Hey, how's that Marvel game looking?" And he goes, "Don't worry, I got you." And I go, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, we're gonna train." And I was like, "Oh, okay, Justin Wong, whatever."
Oh, I gotta say
Whatever
something,
you say.
JP. I gotta say something. Like before, like I didn't watch Evo until like last year, so I had no idea like anybody that was involved with it or any big names or anything like that. And when you said when you're being trained by Jay Wong for Guilty Gear,
Yeah.
you were taking lessons from him, and I was like, oh, he must be like, I had no fucking idea. He's like the GOAT, like one of the GOATs.
He's like one of the Mount
of
Rushmore.
The FGC.
Yeah, one of the Hokage.
I had no fucking clue. And now I'm like, holy shit, you're friends with that guy?
Yeah,
I'm kind
Justin
of like,
Wong's fucking awesome,
wow.
dude. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tony Hawk teaching you how to skate or something. It's pretty
Exactly,
cool.
Yeah.
dude. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's definitely on that
I had
level.
no
good way to
idea
put
how big he is.
There was
Yeah,
a
it's like, oh, you got a guy named Tony helping you. Okay, cool. All right. Well, good luck with that, man.
oh yeah.
Does he go by
he's-
Anthony
go up
or
and
is
see
it
him.
just Tony?
He looks familiar. I can't put my finger on it. I feel like
I
I've seen
can-
him somewhere.
He looks kind of familiar. Well, whatever. He looks like someone famous.
I
Yeah,
saw him when he was younger or something.
he's a ball.
Yeah.
He's an absolute.
I actually interviewed Tony a couple weeks ago.
For was that Tony Hawk 3 and 4 or whatever,
Tony
the
Hawk 3 and
remaster?
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a real pleasure to actually get a.
How's
speak with
Mr.
him.
Hawk? Do you call him Mr. Hawk? Does he let you call him Mr. Hawk?
I said Tony. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't even go for it. You're just like, how's it
I'm
going,
very
Tony?
casual. Yeah.
I would have gone
Yeah,
for the Mr. Hawk just to see how he reacts.
The only time I've been like really formal is like when I met Miyamoto. I was like, oh, hello, Miyamoto-san. You know,
You have
because,
to.
because he's like, this is Miyamoto. I'm like, hey, Miyamoto.
Yeah.
You know?
Did he I hope he introduced himself as that. He doesn't even say,
No, he
I'm Miyamoto. He goes, this is Miyamoto.
This is
That's right.
Miyamoto. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually the headline for my piece. Actually, this
As
is
it
Miyamoto.
should be.
So.
As it should be.
Nice.
Those are the best tweets to read. You know you're in for a good time. Let's do some shout outs and call it a show. Zeke, why don't you start us off first? What do you got going on? Where can people
You
check
bet.
you out?
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Gene Park, for joining us today. What a wonderful interview and just full of insight. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Happy birthday one more time. Thank you also to Co and JP for being my co-host. My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at or / Ezekiel_III on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. If you want to know what I'm doing, well, I take Mondays off, so I'll be off tomorrow, but I do start up on Tuesday, and I was going to play one game, and now I might play another game because I got influenced. I got to decide whether I'm going to fire up Dead Take again, which was a great, like, detective kind of with FMV parts with people you know, like Neil Newborn and shit like that. Or I could fire up some Mind's Eye. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
I bought it, and you influenced me by telling me how, like, your emphatic, like, review of it, how bad it is, like, just made me want to, like, experience that for myself. It's the same reason why I went and saw Cats in the theater. Like, I had to know.
It's a special experience. You got to know. You got to know.
Yeah. So if you want to come out, I
support you in that endeavor. I support you completely.
Okay. All right. Mind's Eye on Tuesday then.
Oh yeah.
I gotta do it.
Does this mean Gene Park is an influencer then and no longer a journalist?
It does, I believe. Yep. You're officially an influencer.
Journalists were the first influencers, I think.
We just watched him influence live.
Yeah. Gene, I think you got to turn in your journalist card. I think.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think your editor is. You're gonna have to have a conversation with him tomorrow.
When I quit journalism for a year, I actually did be an influencer for a little while in Hawaii. So I was getting like free food all the time. Like people were asking me to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, people were asking me to stay at their hotels. They're like, "Hey, could you try out our weekend hotel? You get free horse rides and everything like that." So I was literally like living like the dream, just like yo, just come eat our food, and it was great. It was a nice little vacation. Being an influencer in Hawaii is great because you just get.
Yeah, how the fuck do you get a free horse ride? I've never been offered that. What the hell?
Yeah. I actually helped Uber start up in Hawaii. This was like way back when Uber was just starting out, and Uber was only a black car service.
Oh.
And then so Uber contacted me to say, "Hey, we heard you're like the best in social media." I was like, "You goddamn right." So I helped them.
That's your business.
We heard you're Gene Park, the face of Hawaii. Is that is that who you are? Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, your business card just says you're goddamn right and boldface.
Yeah, that's everything.
Yeah. So I helped I started in Hawaii. Told people about this crazy concept where you use an app and a car will just come to you. Which is amazing. Which was so coincidentally coming at a great time because I had just gotten arrested for drunk driving, which is not great.
Jeez.
Don't do that, please.
Oh yeah, no.
But I lost my license, so I couldn't drive. And then Uber came to me, and then they said, "Well, we're not going to pay you, but we're going to give you free Uber for 2 years," which is great for the black car service.
Wow, that was convenient.
That's for black car service.
Yeah, for the black car service. So I had this wonderful old lady named Linda just picking me up all the time. Like she drove an Escalade, and this was great for dates back then because it's like, dude, like this is when this is when nobody knew about Uber. So I would just pull out my phone, and a big black car would just show up, and it was like I was a wizard.
Dude,
that's
awesome. Don't worry, babe. I got a car coming, and then the car just pulls up and say, "Hey, what's up, Gene? I'm here to pick you up." And it's like, who is this guy?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Washington Post influencer says that drunk driving will lead you to a year of free Uber. I think is the headline. That's my headline. I'm workshopping it.
JP, you can't just say stuff like that publicly, dude.
Why not? What do you mean?
He said 2 years.
Oh,
you got it for 2 years.
Of free Uber.
I'll just put years.
Yeah.
I'll just put
years. At least make sure what you're saying is factually accurate.
I'll just put years.
Yeah, no clickbait. No clickbait.
Yeah, no clickbait. Just titles. Just titles. Give us some shout out.
As always, thank you to JP and Zeke. And a huge thanks to Gene. It's awesome meeting you finally. I've been following Gene on Twitter for years. We've had a lot of back and forth and stuff. First time we've actually met. So it was great having you and happy birthday. My name is Ko. I'm going to be playing a lot of Abiotic Factor this week. Probably some Grounded 2 as soon as that patches. Some sponsored things here and there, I believe. And yeah, probably a lot more Abiotic Factor. This game is great. Anyway, see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Fantastic.
I gotta run.
Hey, are we playing Battlefield next week? Are you down?
I'm down. Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right,
I don't
yeah.
think I'm sponsored or anything, but I definitely.
I'm not
want to
either. Yeah, we'll
Okay,
do
good. Yeah, let's play.
Let's do
Let's
a
play.
non-sponsored stream just to spite all the sponsored and give the
Well, I
real
know, I will
opinion.
be like the only two. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys.
We'll see you later. Bye. Gene, do some shout-outs. Where can people check you out? Give the people a good word.
Yeah, well, thanks so much to all you guys, JP Co. Yeah, I've been talking to Co for a couple years now, so it's nice to finally get a chat with him. But Ezekiel as well, and also speaking of influencing, Ezekiel has influenced me. I just purchased a Drifter on Steam right now.
Hey, we influence each other, baby.
Yeah, we sure did. So you're gonna be playing Mind's Eye, and I'm gonna be playing a good game. But yes, thanks so much. I am the Washington Post video games critic. I am also co-host of Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast on Patreon. You can, if you want to hear my voice a little bit more and talk about all kinds of crazy stuff that I've done in my past life and then whatever, you can check us out on patreon.com/laststandmedia, where we have a PlayStation podcast, of course, Sacred Symbols, and Defining Duke, our Xbox podcast, and Sub and Sign, just our basic general games podcast. What we're playing, we go a little deeper into gameplay with Brad Ellis, formerly of Easy Allies. So, and you can also follow me on Twitch. Hopefully I'll be doing more streaming on Twitch at Gene Park, and of course on X/Twitter Gene Park as well. So thanks so much for having me, guys. Really great to be here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on. Really do appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll have the VOD up over at youtube.com/itmeJP here in about 30 or 40 minutes. That is that. We got Battlefield 6 coming up this week. Hopefully no can we just have like an easy news week? I know this is bad for Gene's job, but I just want like an easy, like no breaking news. Let's just have like a normal week.
It's great.
Oh, I forgot to mention, as well
Don't
as
make
playing
news.
a bad game, I will hopefully be playing a good game when it releases on the 8th, which is Mafia Old Country.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right. Mafia is out this week.
I am
Yeah.
fiending for that.
Yeah, a linear open world-ish game that's actually good, with like good acting and good writing, right, and good like gameplay design systems, as opposed to Mind's Eye, which like we all thought like Mind's Eye was going to be like a Mafia-esque type game, and it even features.
Sorry, breaking news here. Please keep.
Mafia 3.
Yeah, Mafia 3. Mafia looks. I'm worried about the stealth in that game. I'm worried about the stealth of that game. I hope it's not all stealth.
Well, if it's anything like the other Mafia games, you don't really need to do stealth. It's probably recommended, but you don't need to, I would imagine. I didn't.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh, look at the lobby of Tokon. That's cool.
Yeah, so this is live from Evo. Are they announcing a beta?
Yeah, they just did a registered closed beta for PS5. That's awesome.
Is it live today?
I don't know if it's live.
Let's see what the date is. If they announce this shit is live today, I'm about to see how bad I am at this game.
Yeah, that'll be my birthday. My birthday plans. I definitely want to check out
September.
this game. September 5th and 7th. Okay, so we got some time.
We got a month. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Man, that game looks so awesome.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for that. Sorry, I've had Evo on the other monitor, so I've been watching it.
Oh,
as well.
awesome.
That's that for Drop Frames, though. Thank you all so much. We will see you guys next week for more. Gene, thank you so much. Happy birthday one last time. Hope you guys have a great day. And Gene, I hope you have a better day than all of us. Like the best day. The birthday. Yeah. You know, I hope you have the birthday. It'll be a good one, I'm sure. We're out of here. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Clear.